Sitting around the ballroom, they're talking about tomorrow when they're taking Johnny away. Said he wasn't no good, never done the things that he should. That's all the judge had to say. He went in the army when he was 18. Crazy young Irish and mean. Took a kid who was half gone all the way to be wrong with bloodlust and them 16s. His father, he
All right. Fucking back. By the way, we're recording on a Saturday.
Buddy, ear-to-ear smile right now from both of us.
Glowing.
Like, we just both won prom king.
yeah. Except, like you just had a kid. Like the woman has that glow.
Yeah, and out pops Tom Brady.
Exactly.
Like, it was just like,
it was.
you just know that you have a fucking gold mine. And that's what we had last night.
And by the way, when we say gold mine, it means a gold mine that the most important part of last night. So last night was the party. For
Was
the
it
people
ever?
at home. Who may
Well
not
fucking
be.
done, boys and girls.
Yeah. And by the way, big thank you, huge thank you to a couple people that donated late.
I got a couple people too.
Yeah, my buddy Barry Canavan, who's a firefighter, my brother-in-law,
Yep.
fucking throws me $2 like at the end. Danny Baker, legendary pull the cork fan.
Huge fan.
Yeah, another Danny. Guy who's retained all of his black hair follicles. I don't know how it's possible at this age, but he has. Drops me 100. He's like, the extra 40's for it. My buddy Mike Murph, who I went to college with.
Yep.
He goes, dude, I heard about last night. Where's your Venmo? Boom, bang, $20. Dude, people are throwing cash
Yep.
because it's a good cause. That's
Of course.
why. It was a great cause. So explain what the cause was. Let's do that first.
So now the cat is out of the bag. Kid I grew up with. That's all right. My phone's on the charge. No big deal. Cat's out of the bag. So we couldn't really talk about it because people listen to it and we wanted to keep it under wraps. But kid I grew up with, Timmy Kelly. I think he's a year older than me, but he has, believe it or not, he has a raspier voice than me.
He does. Yeah, I saw it last night.
And he, it's just an incredible thing to listen to him talk because it sounds like you think mine's bad. His is just like bah, 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 like it's nuts. But anyways, he's always been like that. My man Timmy got caught with a little bit of the cancer. Timmy is a single father, full custody of a 13-year-old daughter.
Yep.
My man busts his ass every night. He's a bartender at the Porch. You know the Porch is? By the
No,
way?
dude, and he was like,
Come by.
he had to take the night off.
Yeah, he took the night off. He had no fucking idea, which was awesome because the minute you walked in last night, and obviously we're going to talk about it, but the minute you walked in last night, there was a 50-50 there, and I'm pretty sure he donated to his own fucking thing without even realizing it.
Yeah.
That's just, you know what I mean? That's like, so it was pretty cool. Man got paid last night. And here's the thing, right? I don't know the actual number because shit's obviously still rolling in.
It's still sorting that out.
But my man left in tears.
Yes.
He sent me a text this morning. Everyone, and again, because you were talking about donations of people that couldn't come or whatever the case may be, I already said Pat Mulcairn, he was down there doing a BA thing. Erica Green, she's in Local 12. That's my girl. She yelled at me this week because we weren't on time with a Monday morning podcast. Yelled at me. She's like, what the fuck am I going to do? And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, lady. Like, figure it out, you know? So she donated $100. Keith McLaughlin, Ireland's finest.
Oh, my guy.
Ireland's finest.
My guy.
Was down in he was down in Florida already.
By the way,
Well
me and
aware.
Maggie grabbed, she goes, is that Susie?
That's Susie.
Because we had, we met her at,
Yep.
so Keith's girlfriend or wife?
Girlfriend. Yeah,
Girlfriend. Susie, Irish.
Yeah.
His day is long.
Yeah.
And I saw her over there, and I'm like, let's grab her. And she's like, she is the sweetest
Amazing.
woman of all time.
Oh my
I
God.
I love her.
So I saw Keith last week and he was like, Danny, I can't fucking go, but I'm going to donate. Yeah, And I was like, Keith, don't worry about it, buddy. Like, there's going to be a lot of people there. Sure as shit, fucking 6 a.m. Friday morning, he's going on a flight down to Florida to play golf. I get a Venmo. And he's like, for the lad, make sure he has a good time. Like, $100 just like that. So, and I know I'm forgetting people. I'm just remembering people right now. But to anyone that donated, couldn't come, you have a fucking special spot in heaven. Thank you very much. It went to a great cause, and I hope you guys know that.
It's like a around here in Melrose, like we didn't have that type of stuff when I was a kid. Just didn't or I wasn't aware of it. And then when I lived in Southie, after I got out of college,
Yeah.
I actually dated this girl from Southie for a little bit. And she would like take me to these like events, like these like fundraising events for like people in the community.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how did I not? And then when like my buddy passed away last year, and it was super sudden and like out of nowhere, and we like did a GoFundMe, raised a bunch of money, for his wife, obviously. And she was like, I don't, at first, that's a grieving process, but she was, she didn't really want it at first. And this is what I said to her. I was like, listen, if I go down, Maggie's going to fucking need it. So I'm like, you've got to take it. I'm like, because I'm expecting you to do the same for me when I go. You know what I mean?
I can't take full credit for this like thought, but it is my thought exactly. And we've talked about this actually early today when we went to go clean up our fucking disaster. Having $1 million is cool, right?
Sure.
But giving away $1 million is much better. And obviously we didn't give $1 million away, but like that, Bert Kreischer said that first. And he was like, I love the joy of seeing someone else being happy. And I know I said on this podcast before, like, yeah, being like fucking having a good time and everything, but watching someone unexpectedly get money, it's the fucking, like my man 50 Cent said, it's the greatest joy next to getting pussy.
Dude. Dude, I'll tell you right now, like there's certainly ways to monetize things.
Yeah.
And like, I'm okay at some aspects of it, but like in my heart, I'm like, this is like, let's say, all right, for example, let's say we could run that party last night, right?
Yeah.
We made $2,000.
Yeah.
Okay, we split it. We got $1,000 each.
Yeah.
Sweet. Who gives a fuck?
Who gives a flying
It's gone.
fuck?
It's gone. It's fucking Scream Fest.
Yeah.
Fucking Waterworld, wherever
Right.
you're going, Disney World, it's gone.
Yeah.
That goes to somebody who needs it. That is fucking awesome.
It's the best.
Dude, that is why you do these things.
It's the best. And not to get on like a fucking dreary subject, but obviously, if people who don't know, my daughter was sick. She's coming.
Yes.
She'll be a year old next fucking month, which is wild.
Yeah.
And Andy Ferg, shout out to him. My man went ballistic, and the people from North Shore Beefs donated.
Oh, by the way, and the cornhole world. I'll throw that
Oh,
out. Yeah.
no. I was getting there. I was getting there. But it went like way beyond expectations because it started out as like a food drive, like bring me food and like make sure that we didn't have to, because we had enough shit on our
like
hands.
gift cards and stuff.
And it just went crazy.
Yeah.
It went crazy. And that's kind of like how we fucking kicked off our friendship.
That's how we met.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everything, if you can give.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it's not fucking cliche, but like, do it.
Yes.
Who gives a flying fuck? Unless you're one of those gypsy bastards at fucking Wellington Circle, knocking on my window with your kid on the side, fuck off. I know you're not real. You aren't a real human. So fuck right off. Get a job.
It's a conspiracy thing.
Yeah, that's not real. But like, give if you can. If you know it's a legit thing, I know this is real. Like fucking give if you can.
Yeah.
Enough with the dreary bullshit. Let's talk about some happiness.
Party.
And how great.
All right, now I'm gonna
We
say
fucking
this.
did.
Let me tell you, this might be a 5-hour episode.
Whatever.
All right.
Saturday.
So it was Friday. We walked in at 2:00 to meet up to set up, right?
Yep.
Now I say to you, so it's me, you, and Sean. By the way, installation situation at gmail.com. If you have an Irish battleship, it's 100% covered. 75% if you have your own home. And I'll tell you what, you've been paying into it forever.
Because they
installation
want to
situation
rape your
at
pockets.
gmail.com. So it's me, you, and Sean.
Sean, yep.
Set up.
Yep.
Right? Now I say to you, I'm talking to you. There's 2 older guys that are like IA members, Irish American members, talking about something else.
Yep.
And I go to you, I made a fucking move. Wednesday, I kind of got drunk out here by myself.
Yep.
And I was a little hungover on Thursday because I knew usually like I get nervous before I have to play a show or something.
Yep.
So I knew that's in my blood. So I'm like, then I'll go to bed early on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that. And as I'm telling you that, the old heavy guy from the Irish American goes, "That's a professional move." I'm like, fucking.
Shout out to Murph.
I'm with my people right now. My fucking people. So we set up
3 men
3 men.
set this shit up. And let me tell you something. HGTV better watch the fuck out. We murdered that.
Dude, those 2 brothers, property brothers,
Yeah, frauds.
frauds.
Fucking losers.
Yeah, they can fuck off.
Chip and the other bro that's
Yeah.
wicked hot. I forget her
the
name.
person who sold me that sham of a couch I have in my
Oh,
house
yeah,
right now.
Target or whatever it is. Yeah.
Dude, my couch, I've told the story.
Yeah, I know you did.
Dude, me and Maggie sat on my couch tonight and I'm like, fuck this couch.
Yeah.
Like now I have to go spend $3,000 on a new couch because they robbed me. They're fucking talk about gypsies.
Yeah.
Those two.
Yeah.
They are.
Darren
By
Wellens
the
and
way,
Sicko.
they're the opposite of us. We're here for the people.
Yeah.
They're here to rob you of your money.
They're
Like,
ready to give you a cardboard
yeah,
box.
like I
but-
just want to have 15 million bucks, asshole. Anyways, we set up. How many balloons did we blow up?
2 million maybe?
2 million balloons.
Roughly.
I was so worried.
I didn't get an actual number, but I think it was 2 million.
I was so worried that Maggie was like, I told it last week, but like she was like, "What do you have for decorations?" So we went to Balls to
Balls
the
to the
Wall,
Wall, too.
dude. This
Hey.
place was, well, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
I
Just-
went a little overkill.
It was wild.
Yeah. So me, you, Sean set up.
It was kind of
Now
like
at 4:00 we were done.
it was kind of like you had like an unlimited debit card and you just grabbed whatever you could in 60 seconds.
It was like one of those shopping network.
It was
shows.
not, dude.
Yeah.
Like I kept opening boxes. I was like, "What are we doing here?"
Well, I'll tell you what. we're
and
doing
then
it-
from across the room, you were like, "Where'd she open that one up?"
Here's the thing. Next year, that shit's still gonna be
Yeah,
there.
dude, yeah.
Now we have
Investment.
in perpetuity.
Yeah.
4:00 we were done setting up, and you were like, "I gotta go home and shower and stuff." And I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna drive home because now I went as like a break dancer. I went as myself in 7th grade, basically.
Yep.
Right. So I had a tracksuit. If you see the pictures, whatever, bucket hat, and you looked at my comments. You were like, you kind of gave me that look, like, really, like, dude, and I knew you didn't have to say anything to me. I'm like, a fresh breakdancer rocks dead whites, like straight up, like they came out of the box tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
So I went straight to DSW because I'll tell you what, when I was a kid,
You got them
I
on.
was true
you
to
got 'em on-
custom.
You got them on right now.
True to custom. I have them on right now. True to custom, I rocked Pumas when I fucking broke. Fucking nasty breakdance, by the way. So anyway, I went
What up,
straight to
Turbo and
DSW,
Ozone?
get my breakdancing fucking shoes, come home. Maggie's like, "What are you doing home?" It was like 4:45. I'm like, if I stay at the IA, I'll be drunk by the time I get there. So headed back over, and now there was a lull in the moment, right? Like, so it's like 7.
So you talk on this because I'm a nervous wreck when an event says 7, especially if I'm throwing it, right?
Yeah.
If an event says 7 and someone's not in the building at 7, I'm like, everyone's not
See,
coming.
all right, so-
no one's coming.
So here's the thing I have to say about this is that I've gotten used to this because I've like played a million, like a bunch, not a million. Like I've played probably like 100 fucking music shows.
Yeah.
And like I would be like have to promote them at the time, like almost like last night. So I'm so used to the fact that like people are gonna show up late.
Right.
Right? And like I'm so like I stressed out so much. Like I got 10 years on you.
Yeah.
So like by now I'm like zen. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, if they don't come, we'll just party with the 5 of us. Like whatever.
Which I would have been totally fine
Totally
with.
fine. So, but I agree. It was like I was like kind of late in there right now.
I was fucking freaked because I think what freaked me out was the DJ was playing music, the lights were still on,
Yeah.
and there was 2 bartenders just doing dick all. And I was like, I look like the biggest moron because I'm the one that got the hall. You know what I mean? So I was like, these guys are like, Gilly fucked up. You know what I mean? No one's coming. They just donated for the cause. Got all this fucking food from Lily P's, 50 Binney Street, by the way.
Hey, flagship sponsor.
Oh my God, was that a hit?
All right.
Hold on. So,
Actually, we can get into that because this happened before people showed up.
correct.
Chris Parsons, executive chef, fucking Lily P's, 50 Binney Street.
He's the dude. You know what kind
Is
of
he the best guy in the world?
dude? You took the words out of my mouth because like Chris, like I need to hang out with him more often.
Dude.
When I first met him, I was like, all right, like he's being nice because like he's our sponsor. He's the fucking balls.
Dude.
He's like, man, dude.
That's like, it's hard to explain. Like, I'm going to get into this a little bit later, but like, you meet people throughout your life as
Yeah.
you get older.
Yeah.
And like, you're like, when I met you, I'm like, this kid is going to be in my life for the rest of my life.
Right. Whether you
I
like it
know
or not.
this.
Yeah.
Like, it's like when I met Chris I'm like, honestly, like, if he was like, dude, I'm closing the restaurant. I'm not going to sponsor the show. And he was like, I'm opening a food truck. Like, I would pop his food truck for free.
100%.
Like, he is the nicest guy in the world.
Yep.
And his interest is like, honestly, is in like everybody. He's like, dude, he's like, how cool is this? He's like, you guys created this.
Dude, he like I like almost shed a fucking tear.
Yeah.
He was like, look at that, man. Like, you guys, this is you guys.
Yeah.
And I was like, thanks, Dad. Like, fucking, it was
Dude.
like,
It's so funny. He's the best. He's the fucking best.
Dude,
So, by the way, we'll get into the food.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
get into the food.
We're going to get into
So, all
everything.
right, so
There's
place-
no time limit on tonight.
Place start. No, there's no time. This is like the Grateful Dead show of like of this fucking thing. So we get in there. There's nobody there,
Yeah.
right? It's me, you. A couple of my like randoms show up.
Yeah, we talked about him earlier. We don't have to talk about him, but there was randoms.
Yeah, there was randoms that came in. Yeah. There was randoms. Yeah. And then it started flowing in
So
around 8. Started
So,
flowing in.
first person to pop up was my good friend, Kevin Ridgely. We call him Hoss. He calls everybody Hoss. Hoss. So he shows up as Forrest Gump, and
Unbelievable costume.
his wife shows up as that fucking backstabber. Oh my God.
Yeah, what's her name?
Jenny.
Jenny, yeah.
And
of shit.
the worst human on earth. It
Worst.
goes fucking Jenny, then Hitler. Like I hate that. But like,
Yeah.
but like she was in costume, so like I hugged her and I was like, "You're a real human." Like you know what I mean? I hate Jenny the character, worst
Yeah.
human ever.
Yes.
But so Hoss goes a little early, huh? And it was like 7:40.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, I guess you're early." You know what I mean? Like it didn't get rolling, and I was like, "I look like a fucking." And it's very selfish of me to say that because we both were throwing this, but I was like, I failed everybody. You know what I mean? And then it was just like a whirlwind effect. Within like 20 minutes, literally 8 o'clock, lights were down, shit just started flowing. People were coming in
packing the house.
at the same time.
Yes.
So like I started to get a little loose because I may or may not have had a couple drinks in me at this point, and I was like, fuck it.
I will say this though, for me and you, we were very responsible based on like the.
We had to be.
Yeah, we had to be.
We had to
It was
be.
our show. So
We
it
had-
is
we
what it
had
is,
to.
yeah.
It
You
wasn't-
can't be.
It wasn't on purpose.
No,
I
you
can promise you
can't
that.
be- yeah,
but
you
we
can't
were,
be-
dude,
I turned down 2 shots like early in the night.
I had plenty of shots for both of us.
Late though, I had them late.
I had a lot of green tea shots.
I had like
I'm gonna go on
after
record.
10. I had after 10.
I'm gonna go on record. Green tea shot is number one.
I agree. Me and you did one with somebody.
Probably my nieces.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. My niece Alana's birthday's today. Happy
By the
birthday.
way, Maggie was like my wife. First of all, Maggie and Julie tournament last night.
They did Biffles.
Worlds have collided. Like those two,
So like,
might explode.
and I've been trying to tell you this because I'm a frequent flyer of Julie's house, which
Yes.
is less than a mile from here.
Yep.
Now I showed you where they live.
Oh yeah.
It's you. So every time I'm there, I'm like, hey, like take a hop, skip, and a jump and just come
Dude,
over.
yeah.
I invite anyone over to the Turner's house, and they're
Dude.
just like, whatever.
That woman is my favorite person.
She's the best.
Ever. Yes. And
And I talked about this before. So her family, her maiden name is the Wilcox, right?
legends and fucking
Legends,
of
right?
Malden. Yes.
And I've known every one of them, but our friend anniversary is my dad's death date because I was coaching her kids, and her brother and father were in Ireland for a boxing fight. And she comes up to me and hugs me, and she goes, "From my brother and Moochie." And I'm like, what? Like, I've never met you?
Yeah.
It's fucking bizarre.
That's
like,
crazy.
There's 147 Wilcoxes.
Yeah.
I know them all.
Yeah.
And I met her last, and now she's my best friend. She's my daughter Riley's godmother.
Dude, she
you know what I
is-
mean? Like, she's just the greatest human on
She
earth.
is-
And Kevin,
She
come
was
on.
like Kevin's the best. She was like, I have to meet your wife. I
Yeah.
have to. She's like, because she listens to the show all the time. And she's like, I feel like, she's like, when you said one time on the show, you're like, yeah, sue me, I fucking love my wife.
Yeah.
She's like, I was like, finally, some fucking guy with some balls to
Yeah.
say like, yeah, I do. My wife's awesome. They were thick as thieves. All right, so place starts popping off.
Place starts popping off. Andrew Fontana comes in, fat guy in a little coat.
Okay.
Rips the
First of all,
jacket.
I don't even know how to compartmentalize this whole thing, but I'll say this right now. I got like 5 new best friends, right? It's like Andrew Fontana. Actually, Andrew Fontana comes in early.
He was one of the first. It was Forrest Gump and his wife
Fat guy in a little coat, and he rips the jacket open
right in front of
just
us.
for me and you.
Yeah. He was like, I don't care about anybody else seeing this.
Yeah,
You guys have
I
to
want
see
you guys
it.
to see it.
He walked in like fucking Jesus on a cross.
No, by the way, if you don't know at home who Andrew Fontana is, Andrew Fontana is the historian of Pulling the Cord.
He's the one
He's
that
been keeping the
swear tally.
The swear tally.
he's listened to every one of our shows. I think he said 3 times.
Yeah.
And he has a swear tally up to date of how many times I got Brendan by like 500.
Yeah, you do.
But, like-
which by the way is insane.
Yeah, we
My
swear a
daughter
lot.
was saying here tonight. She came in tonight. She's like, when can I start swearing? My youngest. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I'm like, I'm not against it. I told her, I'm like, I'm fine with it. But I'm like, but it can be around me. But it can't be around like. And she's like,
Mom, right? So I said that. So same thing what I said. So
Yeah.
my oldest, she didn't really. whatever, you're in high school. I know you're swearing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But she doesn't barely talk anyways. But Brendan's like, he's a little cocky prick sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, dude,
Where do you think he gets that from?
I have no idea. But I'm like, dude, I know you swear in front of your friends. He's like, gives me a grin. No, I don't. Because he's like a respectful kid.
Sure.
And I'm like, dude, you can swear in front of me. I go, I just don't want you to swear in front of my mother. Oh, your mother. Sorry, my mother. If you swear in front of my mother's around, we're in deep shit. Because she's been gone since 2008. But it's just the way I was taught. Like, don't
Yeah.
swear in front of your parents.
Sure.
And then once
I
my
was the same, yeah.
yeah, so like I was like, just don't swear in front of you, you know. And then it's funny because like when he tells a story, he's like, "Can I say it?" And I'm like, "Your mom's right there." He's like, "Mark, can I say it?" Like, still, it's funny. So like,
I love it. I'll tell you what, my oldest daughter goes to MC, like, I'm not talking out of school. Like, she swears rarely, but when she swears, it's effective. Do you know what I mean? Like,
She
whereas,
means it.
here's the thing.
She means
when
it.
I swear, it's kind of like,
it's part of my vocabulary.
yeah, it's just another word that
Yeah.
I use on a regular
and
basis.
we talked about this before. When I say the word retarded, I don't mean it any type of way
No,
other,
of
other
course.
than like
Yeah.
you're just a fucking dipshit.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So Andrew Fontana comes in,
Yep.
historian of the show, rips his coat open. Unbelievable entry.
Literally,
And
it was a fucking WWF entry.
Let me tell you. All right. Let's talk about best costume real quick. Okay.
First off, there was so
if
many.
If we try to go time by time, I think it's not going to work.
Yeah.
All right. Kevin O'Neill comes into the building.
Yep.
Kevin O'Neill is dressed as Elliot.
Hold on. Before we go that further, when we said there was a costume party,
Yeah.
he texted me,
Who do?
there's only one L in O'Neill when you write the check
Yeah,
out.
write the check. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
He was.
Ladies
all right.
and gentlemen.
So,
He fucking won.
by the way, I'm giving highlights. I'm like talking about my new best friends. Kevin O'Neill, one of them. Walks in, pedals in
Yeah.
on a BMX red sweatshirt, fucking ET in the front seat,
Yeah.
full
Bangs.
fucking ET costume.
With the hood on, bangs in front of his eyes. Now, for people that don't know Kevin O'Neill, first off, he's God's greatest human. He's the nicest person on earth.
Sick athlete, you said, right?
Unbelievable athlete. And not only that, dude, he's been balding since like 1974. So, like, for him to get the bangs in
Which
front
was before he was born.
was
so that's impressive.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, that was the big hit. Like, him with the bangs in front was hysterical.
And by the way, his wife was the sister.
Yep.
With the flowers and everything.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore. So he walks in and I go like this. I go, leader of the clubhouse by 8 strokes going into Sunday.
But
Fact.
before that, I have to give credit where it's due. Jim the Anvil Neidhart, my man
Oh.
Pat Doolin,
Dude.
came in fucking 6 to midnight. I went and I was crying tears. Pat Doolin is sober as a judge. He
The
doesn't.
best, by the way, the best part about the Pat Doolin costume
Yeah.
is that you were like, dude, why you stuff a pepperoni down there to like make it seem like you got a big dick?
Yeah.
What's he say?
He goes, no, I want them to know the real deal.
Well, another real deal.
I thought for sure he was going to win. And then Kevin came in, strolling in, which, by the way, Kevin O'Neill got his entire, including the bike, his entire costume from Savers for like less than $100.
Dude, me and Kevin O'Neill talked deep old school fucking like pro cycles skateboarding talk.
He's
like an hour.
like the most unique human.
Dude,
you'll
I
ever
love
meet.
I love this. All right, so the best part was this. So as this is going on and like it's clear like Kevin's gonna win best costume.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, I sent the picture of my parents. I go, leader of the clubhouse.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Which, by the way, I thought for sure Tom O'Hearn was coming. I mean, Tom O'Hearn was coming last night.
Well, I mean, it was not like I didn't think they would want to do
know.
like an old like a thing like that. You
I know,
what I mean?
but like, I would have loved to see him. Like,
By the way, now he's gonna be on my ass. Like,
I know.
I didn't invite
Thanks,
him.
I know. Thanks for inviting me to. Yeah,
But it was kind of a mess of a party. It wasn't like a.
it was like I
Hey,
don't know.
listen. Here's the thing. I'll say this. Here's how I feel about my
We've been
parents.
promoting this for
I respect my parents so much
Yeah,
that like I want them to be in like a comfortable zone. You know what I mean? Like,
get it. I totally
was
get
just
it.
like, I'm like, this is not. It's gonna be mess. Interference Montana. My father's having a fucking piece of chicken, and Interference Montana walks up, and breaks his coat. Like I'm like, come on, this is not for you. You know what I mean? Like,
I get it.
Anyways,
I get it.
so Kevin O'Neill is leader of the clubhouse.
Yeah,
I go, you're winning this thing.
Yeah.
Now I forget because I'm so like caught up in the party.
yeah.
My sister comes in, brother-in-law comes in. I'm like, oh, is Scotty coming? I call him my brother-in-law. He really isn't.
Yeah.
He's done. If you're watching on YouTube, he did that sign. that poster over there. He did every poster for my band poster. He's like, fucking sick artist, this kid. And they're like, he's out putting it on. Now, when they say he's putting it on, that means he's putting on an Optimus Prime costume that he handmade.
Yeah.
That involves stilts and is literally.
He was 9 feet tall.
So when I heard that, I walked over to Kevin O'Neill. I go, I got bad news. I go, we got a competitor.
Yeah.
And he goes, what do you mean? And I go, you're going to see. And as he walked in with his Optimus Prime thing, Kevin O'Neill's across the room from me. He looks at me and he just mouths, fucking legit. I'm like, he's like, respect. Like,
Yeah.
I respect.
Yeah.
And so it turns out Kevin O'Neill's an artist, right? Like a sick artist.
Massive artist.
Scott's a sick artist.
Yeah.
Right? Goes to show.
They became friends?
Guys with the. So I texted Scott this morning. I'm like, the guy with the ET's like an artist too. He's like, oh yeah, we talked for like an hour. Like, I'm like, yeah, of course he did. Like, of course he did.
Speaking of artists, who else was there? Paul Dever.
Dude.
Another one of your new
First
best
of all,
friends.
I like basically fanboyed out. Like, everybody, like, I had a bunch of people come up to me that like know you.
Yeah.
That, like, love the podcast. And it was great
Dude,
to meet him.
mutual.
Yeah,
I
same
met
thing, yeah.
I met your boy, Bugsy?
Buggy.
Buggy.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Buggy's the fucking guy.
What a mitt on that guy.
Dude, let me tell
He
you right
shook
now.
my hand and I was like, I am so intimidated right
Here's the
now.
thing about Buggy. I told him this last week. His buddy is Bill Simmons,
Yeah.
who
Oh,
owns
yeah.
The Ringer.
Yeah.
Bill Simmons used to write about Buggy all the time as J-Bug.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until like I was like, somebody told me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've been reading these articles the whole time. I didn't know it was about Buggy.
Right.
And I'm like, as we kind of reconnected later in life. And I said to Buggy the other day, I go, how funny is this? I go, you've never had a podcast, you've never written an article in your life.
Yeah.
And I go, and Bill Simmons and now us, people know who the fuck you are.
Yeah, dude.
And I go, that's how much of a legend you are.
Yeah.
Like, you're the fucking legend,
What?
dude.
Dude, he shook my hand and I was like, wow, dude.
Let me tell you right now.
So
and
you're
I'm-
the
I'm-
catcher's mitt on?
Listen, I'm gonna put this out in the world. Buggy's a fucking monster. His girlfriend Maria, who
Oh,
was there,
sweetheart.
when she walked in roller skates,
Yo.
I said to Buggy, I go, listen, I actually have something built into my body where, like, if you're like for like your wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't see her as like a woman. I see her as like she's with you.
Right.
So I don't like. There's no like. I like turn off all attraction.
Yeah.
I go, Buggy, I go, dude, I'm good at that. I go, when Maria rolled in with those roller skates, I was like, she was roller girl. I'm like, I almost went to the floor. I'm like, whoo, Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. Anyways,
No, it was but you would. I'm sorry because we got
we digressed.
sidetracked.
Yeah, we digressed.
But
But
that's
like,
fine.
we were meeting, dude, I was meeting all these people for the first time.
Yeah.
That like I've never met.
So many of your friends came
Oh,
up to me.
dude, Andy Regano,
Oh,
my guy.
yes.
By the way, I'm making best friends everywhere. I'm driving to turn around to go into the IA.
Yeah.
And I see Regano's towing.
Yeah.
Right? And it's his uncle's place, right?
Yep.
So he's like, listen, love the show, talked to him for a little bit. And I'm like, he's like, love what you guys are doing, love the whole like raising money.
Yeah. So
And he's like-
Tim's his best friend.
Yeah,
Timmy
Tim's
Kelly.
his best friend. Yeah. So he was kind of the reason that maybe part of the way that happened, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So he was like, you know, Regano's towing around the corner. I'm like, I saw it tonight. I'm like, and I wondered like if you were related to them. He goes, I know how you say this in your bar. He goes, you have a lifetime membership. I'm like, dude, when you say lifetime membership,
Yeah.
I'm like, you now have a lifetime membership at the bar.
Yeah.
So I mean,
So funny, right? We'll get into like what I did today as well, but I just left my daughter's cheer competition up in Lowell. Adam jumped down, nowhere to be seen. Could have used a little fucking
Jump.
Could have got a little fucking detour out of this 45-minute traffic that I sat myself in, but whatever. I had to stop at Stop and Shop, pick up diapers and wipes, snacks and shit for the kids. And Andy was in the parking lot. And he's like, Danny, I thought that was you, fucking blah, blah. He goes, what a party, buddy. What a party. Thank you for inviting me, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, thank you. You know what I mean? Like, you got your boy here because, like, we wanted to give him some dough. And he goes, I'm fucking hurt. And I was like, yeah, that happens, pal. What are you going
I
to
think
do?
everybody's.
Yeah, I think-
By the way, that's to be expected on a day like today. Like I say this right now, I want to clear the air on one thing. This is not involving the party. For the people who listen to this show, who might be like North Shore Beefs or Craft Beer Mafia guys, whatever. Let the record show that when nobody gave a fuck about Jumptown, when people were like, when people were clowning Jumptown in the streets,
Yes.
making fun of them, we saw the talent.
Yeah.
And we were like, give me this kid all day.
Electric-
Mainline this kid in my fucking veins.
Electric factory.
When I say I'm a Jumptown guy, like I couldn't be more of a Jumptown guy. Like
I'm like fucking, I'd love to be his manager.
but when I'll tell you right now, like there's a 100% chance
He has a voicemail.
he's coming back. Oh, he definitely has a voice. There's a 100% chance that he's coming back on the show
Yeah.
within the next like month and a half.
I'm fine with that.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's first off, he's a fucking dynamite guy.
Dude,
And doesn't give a flying fuck what anyone thinks.
dude, that's my guy.
Yeah.
That's my guy. It's my guy. You know what it is? It's like people get intimidated by the fact that like when you are so like out there that you're like, you know what? I'm just putting everything out there and like putting out content.
Yep.
And like everybody's different. Like the way me and you are, like we're very like I'll take your head off. You will too.
Right.
So that's different. He's just a very like, dude, this is what I am. I'm a fucking.
Unless you're on a hockey rink.
I'll tell you right now. I've seen this guy. If you want to get fucking made chairman of the boards by this fucking kid, dude, he will plaster you.
Massive
Oh,
forearms.
he's a large human
Yeah,
being, dude.
yeah.
Large human being. All right, back
Adam,
to the party. Jump town.
Sausages.
Denali's food truck, free ad. All right, back to the thing. So place is popping at this point, right? It is absolutely jamming. We have to do. Oh, our guy Sean, Installation Situation, does stand-up comedy. Your buddy Sean O'Brien,
Yep.
legendary fucking comedian. This kid's great.
He's awesome.
Is he 21?
Yes. Yeah.
He's gonna be on the show. I told him he's coming on.
Yeah. And yeah. He's the man, dude.
Dude, he is. He was great. And Sean.
I gotta say this, and he's probably gonna fucking hate me for it, but his dad, national president of the Teamsters.
Really?
Yeah.
Woo!
Medford guy. I'll tell you a quick funny story about his dad. So Medford, Malden, huge rivals, right? We're
By
gonna
the way, follow Sean O'Brien Jr. comedy, I think, on Instagram.
yeah,
That's what
we'll,
it is.
we'll tag him in it.
Yeah, we'll tag
he's
him
on,
in it, yeah.
he's on our pictures
Yeah, he's
and
on
shit
pictures,
on.
yeah.
But Sean, his father, Sean O'Brien, because Sean O'Brien Jr. is a plumber. He's in Local 12.
Yeah.
So we had a Christmas party and his dad was there. So I had my son there, my kids, whatnot. So I introduced little Brendan to Big Sean. And I go, Brendan, this is Sean O'Brien. You know, introduce yourself. And my son fucking handshake eyes.
Yeah.
Sean O'Brien, fucking national president of Teamsters. He goes, hey, Brendan, nice to meet you, buddy. Are you from Malden? He goes, yes, sir, I am. Puts his hand out. It's a fucking like 1989 GBL championship ring from Medford. He goes, bet your dad never had one of those. My son at the time was like 7 years old. It was fucking hilarious. And my son's looking at me. I'm like, damn, dude. I'm like, he just burned us both, you know?
Dude, so Sean from Installation Situation
Yep.
did his first stand-up routine ever.
Ever.
Now, let me say this. The mic wasn't working effectively for like a full room.
Nobody's fault.
Nobody's fault.
Nobody's fault.
Nobody's
It's just-
fault at all.
Right.
The mic's set up for the DJ to like say a couple words.
Right.
It really isn't set up for that way. Anyways, Sean crushed it.
Broke his cherry and fucking murdered it.
Dude, let me just tell you
He
right
was
now.
so nervous.
So nervous. And I go, and when we were setting up the room,
Yeah.
he goes, I can't believe I decided to do this. I'm going to do this as my first. And he's like, do you get nervous? Like, or I said, I don't get nervous when I play music anymore. And he's like, I'm like, I've done it like 1,000 times.
Right.
And he's like, this is my first time. I'm like, yeah, you're probably going to fucking shit your pants. Like,
Yeah.
dude, like it's like anything else. It's like that kid, Sean O'Brien, does
Yeah.
a ton of stand up.
Right.
It's like he does it all the time, so it's not a big deal.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you just get used to like the fact that it's like, yeah, I can do this. It's fine.
Yeah.
You know, if not everybody loves it, whatever.
Well, again,
when you're doing anything for the first time,
Yeah.
it's horrifying.
of course. Of
He
course.
crushed it.
Dude, they unbelievable. Both Sean's, I can't thank you enough. And again, I feel bad because I don't know if we gave it enough recognition to begin with that we were going to have two comedians. Because, like, I told people to, like, shut the fuck up 100 times.
Dude, and Maggie came out to me and she was like, they can't hear you back there. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't change that.
Right.
I can't change the mic.
Right.
It is what it is.
So
I'll tell you right now, here's the deal. This is an annual party. That's a fact.
yeah, we're going to fix that.
Next year, when we come, I'll bring my own mic setup
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
And you'll hear it it will be clear as a bell.
Yeah, yeah.
All right?
It was, if you did hear them, though, they had me in stitches. Absolute stitches.
Oh,
they
dude,
were so funny.
they were awesome.
They were
awesome,
so funny.
Awesome.
So
awesome.
funny. I
And
hope,
I'm like a biggest, obviously, me and you both are massive stand-up comedy fans.
oh, huge.
Like, I love it.
yeah.
And,
Sean O'Brien has been trying to get me to do it for a very long time.
dude, you'd be great.
But I don't know, like, I would have been
You know
just
what my
as-
problem is? I'll tell you right now, this is me being, I mean, I don't know, I'll suck my own dick, okay? But
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
just tell you this right now, I'd murder it. But I'll tell you why I don't do it. Because I'm like, I'm going to go every Thursday, Friday, and fucking Wednesday now, like
Yeah,
as
yeah.
a fucking 40-year-old,
Yeah.
like 45-year-old, and be like, oh, I'm like I gotta go out and do stand up today.
Yeah.
It's like and pay my dues.
Yeah, and it's nothing again. Like this is gonna sound like a fucking pompous asshole statement, but like I don't want to go out on a Wednesday for like 10 people.
Dude,
And that's how the reason I say that is because that's how every single fucking stand-up comedian started.
dude, listen.
But I have 4 kids.
Listen,
You know what I
dude,
mean?
it's not anything against that. It's
No.
like if you were single,
Yeah,
you would.
right. And
You know what
that's
I mean?
and that's how you know what I mean. Like there's a lot of people that do that.
I would like, dude, I could not agree with you more. Like that's what's happening. That's what happened with me with music. Like I was like, I remember one time, like I'm like when me and Maggie were first getting married, like,
Yeah.
and like I had this little band, we were getting traction. Like I'm like, I think we're gonna go to New York next month. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do this gig with these guys, and like she's like, I remember she was like, I'm not
cool with that.
marrying you so you can like be like on the road
Yeah.
trying to chase your music
Yeah,
dream.
right.
And by the way, I was like, if you probably will listen to that and be like, oh, fuck that. I'm
Right.
like, dude, I was like, you know what? I get it because it wasn't like I was like Ray LaMontagne. I was like me. You know what I mean? It's just like fucking me.
I wish I had the correct answer, but anything that I say, it's gonna come off as like, wow, you don't want to play in front of like a small boss.
No,
It's
no,
not- it's
no,
nothing to do with that.
dude, it's totally different. It's like
not- it has
it's like
no-
you know because you know what it would take to pay your dues doing that.
Yeah,
That
and,
would be-
and by the way, respect to anybody that's still
100%.
Dude,
100%.
So like a good majority of the people that were there last night that bought tickets were there for Sean.
Yeah.
And dude, I said this before when we were fucking decorating HGTV style last night.
Yeah.
We should have played the fucking Ireland national anthem because there was that many fucking people from Ireland.
Oh, I know.
It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
It was fucking great.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so there was a lot of people there for Sean, and everyone fucking donated. It was a great time. But Sean had a great following, and it's a perfect time to do stand up
Dude, and
in
like,
front of people
listen.
that are gonna fucking even if you bomb, they're still gonna laugh.
Dude, I will say this. It kind of cracked me up. Like, I promoted it before on this, but, like, I'm a fan of the Soft Boys podcast. It's, like, Will Noonan, who's, like, a local comedian. This kid, Andrew DeLope, who's, like, kind of an up-and-coming guy. Will's, like, very established. Will's, like, he's, like, I'm a Patreon member. Like, I love these guys.
Yeah.
And they're, like, when they talk Patreon, like, it's, like, off mic. And he's, like, dude, he's, like, I was, like, everybody wants to be a comedian now.
Yeah.
Will's, like, you know, he's, like, dude, he's, like, I'm, like, when you fill out your fucking W-2,
Yeah.
he's, like, what does yours say? He goes, mine says comedian. He's, like, just because you show up on Wednesdays at, like, this place doesn't mean you're a fucking comic.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I totally agree with him. He's like,
Yeah.
I do this for a fucking living,
Yeah.
dude. Like I put the fucking time in. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But to your point, the point I'm making, because I listen to those guys all the time, is like, we're past that age. Like,
Yeah.
you're not gonna fucking, like, if I went out tomorrow, I was like, Maggie, I'm pursuing a life as a stand-up comic.
Right.
I'm living at my parents' house. Like, I'm moving into my parents' house. Like,
I've said it before. When we first started this, I think I told you, I was like, I think I got a gig coming up.
Yeah.
I was going to do it. And it was through Sean O'Brien. And for whatever reason, it just fell through. And I told everybody I was going to do it. And it just didn't happen. It's on my bucket list, dude. Like, I have to do it before I die. I don't give a fuck how it happens, when it happens. I just again, no matter how I say this, it's going to sound like I'm a pompous asshole. But I don't want to do it in front of like 5 people. And like have written jokes that I can't use again or I can't.
the funny thing is that, like, that's how you get better.
I know it.
And that's how you, like, and that's how you, as somebody who's done a
And-
ton
and
of
again,
shows in front of, like, people.
Yeah.
Like, that's how you start to feel like, you
I
get a
don't-
vibe of, like, the crowd, and you get, like, an idea
Oh yeah,
of, like,
again, we've had this conversation a zillion times. We can have fun in a morgue.
oh,
But
100%.
I'm not saying I'm not doing stand up until I sell a Gillette. No, that's not what I'm saying. But
No,
I
I know
just
what you
want
mean.
like
I
a
know what you
fucking.
mean. I know what you mean. Yeah.
I want like a decent crowd, and I would love a crowd that like I don't know. I know that sounds crazy because you would think you want your own people there, but I would rather just go to a crowd that I'd rather go to like the South Shore.
You'd be a great comic when, like, back when they used to Def Jam comedy.
I fucking-
And then, like,
the
they bring
best.
out the one white guy.
Yeah,
You'd
yeah.
be the perfect for that.
Yeah,
You'd be
yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I'm in the middle of Roxbury, just hanging out.
By the way, how about we cut some heat on the, who's your boy who's like, no Remy Martin sold tonight?
Oh, fuck Iggy.
Iggy.
My best friend on
Your
earth.
guy.
Yeah. Fucking cocksucker.
like,
First
"No
off,
Remy Martin?"
he lives in Florida.
He's like,
right?
everybody's white in this fucking picture?
Yeah. He's like, no, what he said, he goes, I see you didn't have to blow the dust off the Hennessy bottle.
yeah.
So the inside joke with that is when I first started doing a ugly sweater party,
Yeah.
this is literally like fucking 15 years ago. There was a kid there who I don't even talk to anymore, but he was like, y'all got any Henny? And the bartender came back and there was a Hennessy bottle that was fucking covered in dust. And the guy and the bartender just goes and literally blew the dust off. Literally. So like the bottle was gone that night. And I love Hennessy. Hennessy and Red Bull is one of the great drink. But that's when I said, motherfucker, my man CJ the DJ, Clock Gene, shout out to that cheat code, Black Eye with Hazel Eyes. He fucking dusted off a couple bottles of Remy.
Dude, my guy Clock.
Dude, can we get to the tunes?
I, like, came myself to the moon 9 times last night. Like,
Dude, he killed it.
and he's scratching it between.
Oh,
All right, there are things that get set in stone in America.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like the fucking flag.
The Declaration.
The American flag, right? The Declaration of Independence, right?
Liberty
Clock's
Bell.
our permanent DJ.
throwing fucking boxes of tea into the harbor.
Paul Gentile is the fucking CMO, Central Marketing Officer of the show.
Yeah.
Calvin, a.k.a. BP Hammers,
Security.
Head of Security, right-hand man, Matt Fitzmaurice. When I tell you that there's nobody ever who's DJing unless Clock gets killed, like in like a horrible accident, he is the permanent DJ for every fucking.
He's the man, dude.
Do.
He's the absolute man.
Dude, guy shows up, right?
Listen,
here's what I love about this kid.
Listen.
I don't know him.
So he's from Everett. But when we were growing up, Malden, Everett, like my era, my 35-year-olds, 33 to like 35-year-olds, we hung out with each other. You know what I mean? It was still a rivalry.
Yeah.
But like when we all went out to like clubs and shit, we hung out. Clock's my boy. But remember when he started showing up and setting up his equipment, I was like, I bought the X amount package. I go, but he brought the XX amount package. My man showed up with shit anyways.
Dude, this kid is my fucking guy.
Yeah. Killed it.
Dude. And I was like, so here's my favorite thing about him.
Yep.
Forget the music.
Yep.
Comes in, loads his shit up. I go over to him, like, hey, we talked on text, whatever, about songs and stuff. He's like, cool, talk for a minute. I'm like, I like this guy. Comes back in, he's wearing a full fucking King Tut fucking outfit.
The man.
He's not coming to your Halloween party and fucking just spinning records.
No.
He's fucking
Participating.
setting the fucking tone for the fucking party.
He was like, I gotta go get dressed. And I was like, oh, you dressing up? He's like, his exact words, it's a fucking Halloween party. Hell yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get to when we're setting up the room.
Yep.
Me and you.
Yep.
I have been promoting fog machines.
Oh, baby. Oh,
like
listen. We're getting into this already?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like I promoted like people use,
we already said the name of this episode is Fog Machine.
yeah, like people like make America great again. I'm like make Malden fogged again. Like this is the name of the episode, Fog Machines. So I put them in here. It's great. So I was kind of stressed out as you were, like because like we have to get Sean and them up to do the comedy.
Yep.
We got to do the 50-50 draw.
Yeah. And we kind of went on like a whim. We really didn't have like anything set in
No,
stone.
we didn't.
Literally
So-
up until like the point of like the 50-50 drawing.
Yeah.
I was like, is now a good
So
time?
50-50 gets drawn, right?
Yep.
And I'm like, so while we're setting up, right, I'm like, we got the fog machines. And Billy
Manager. Yep.
is like, Danny's like, those things will serve the fire alarm. And I go, no, they won't.
No, they won't because
Brendan Ahern. Brendan Ahern's words.
By the way,
'Cause they're vaping.
to your credit, we had both of these fog machines going because it was two. What, right? It was
Yes.
two, yeah.
We had
them
both going
going
during the day.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Nothing
All
happened.
right. So
Fast forward roughly 4 hours later, 5 hours
my
later.
brother-in-law, Steve Judge, is there, who is a firefighter, Melrose firefighter.
He was in here for a live
Legendary
podcast. Yeah.
individual.
Another one. Great handshake. Steve
Oh,
Judge.
Dude. I'll tell you, the thing about
I
Judge.
love a good handshake.
Let me tell you about my brother-in-law, Judgy. Like, he's kind of a man of mystery a little bit.
Yeah,
But
no,
like,
I
if
think-
you went to the,
He's a big Dini Gillis guy.
If somebody like, if you walk down someplace, like something went sideways,
Yeah.
he's the guy that you like end up looking at and you're like, don't kill the guy. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like he's going in that hard.
Yeah.
Like he's that guy.
Yeah.
So anyways,
$1 million smile out of Steve Judge.
oh, he's the best. He might be my favorite brother-in-law. No offense, Bobby, Rob, or Nate. I decided to set him off.
Not on
Fog
purpose.
machine. No, I set him up. I set the fog machine off.
Yep.
And I'm like, let's go. We're done with all the stuff we had to do.
Yep.
Let's party.
Yep.
Within 13 seconds of me setting these fucking machines off, the fucking fire alarms are going off.
Now, I want to give you guys a little fucking history lesson here. I am a board of director at the Malden Irish American.
Yes.
Youngest president ever, but I'm currently still on the board. And I know for a fact that these smoke machines, fire alarms, are newly installed less than 2 weeks. I'm talking Brit. They still get the fucking plastic. on it.
So I come off the thing and it's beep, beep, beep. And somebody's like, that's not the music. And I'm like, fuck. And I go to Judgy, my brother-in-law. I go, he's a firefighter. I go, he goes, well, they're going to have to come. Fire department is going to come.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck. I'm like, dude, I just spent an hour telling people how it was fine.
And you kept saying, like when we were setting up, that was what Sean was talking about. He's like, you just can't wait. You just keep saying fog machines. And I go, the next episode's going to be called fog machines. You were like, fog machines, fog machines, fog machines.
So the best part was that, like, I was feeling like a dickhead.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't on purpose. Obviously.
Nobody,
Whatever.
everybody knows that.
But so, anyways, for your information at
Nobody-
home,
by the way-
my brother-in-law told me that those new fucking smoke, they don't detect smoke. They detect, like, the density of the air.
Yeah.
So, like, the fog, like, sets it off.
Right.
Anyways. These firefighters walk in.
Hold
it
on.
was like, dude,
Nobody moved.
firefighters walked in and was like, they just won, like, a championship football game.
Everyone thought they were.
They all know them.
They won his backdraft.
Somebody comes up to me and goes, dude, who's dressed as the firefighters? I'm like, they're firefighters.
Someone said to me, they even came with a fire truck.
So I will say this. You guys knew all of them.
Yeah. Nick O'Connor coaching us, Steve Chenal coaching us, and they were the two that showed up.
Dude. So once that happened
Yeah.
and they decided that was over, I was finally relaxed.
Yeah.
I'm like, I immediately threw both smoke machines out.
Yeah.
Fire machines out. The rest of the night was fucking awesome, dude. Awesome. All right, first of all, I know, like, you had this happen to you last night where somebody heard your voice and they were like, that's Danny Gillis. It was Danny Baker.
It was Danny
right?
Baker.
Danny Baker, right? When I heard Bobby Froyo's voice,
Oh, baby.
it was like Bobby Froyo calls in every week, rips on
Shits
Danny
on
Gillis.
me, yep.
Yeah. When I heard his voice, I was like a lot of people like to get like a lullaby from like some sweet music. I'm like, give me Bobby Froyo's caustic voice.
He's the best.
Like, coming in hard.
Yeah.
Dude,
He's the best.
love that kid.
AC Slater, he went as.
Dude, me and Chris Mohan,
My boy.
we moved off of Facebook tonight. I go, hey, dude, I can't keep Facebook messaging you. I go, are
Here's
we
my
friends or
number.
we not friends? He goes, I was going to ask, but I didn't want to be a creep. I'm like, same thing. I'm like, dude, Chris Mohan.
He told me he's coming here.
Yeah, I told him.
And
He's got to bring Bob Pie, by the way, Bob Pizza.
yep. And the other thing is, so we were talking about earlier. So shout out to my people in sobriety. I fucking love you all. Chris
Yes.
Mohan. Chris Mohan is one of them, and my
Yep.
man Pat Doolin is in one of them.
Yep.
So Pat Doolin rates. You know how like I rate.
Let me, I want to say this too, because those two guys are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And I got a buddy who lives down the street who does not listen to this, who's been sober for 25 years.
Yeah.
And like he was like, yeah, it wasn't he would tell you, he's like, it was not booze for me. He was like, it was Coke.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, he's like, so I just keep drinking. He's like, because every time I drink, I want to do Coke. He's like, but anyways, but like, dude, when he is, my buddy Rob is sober
Yeah.
and everybody hangs out with drinks and you would never, like, he's such a fun guy and an awesome guy.
Yeah, he does-
And
you don't
Mohan and Doolin are like that.
Dude.
Like, they're just a fucking good hang.
Hilarious.
And you know what's funny? Like, I said Maggie, I'm like, if I ever hang it up, I'm like, I want to be like Rob Jelly. I want to be like these guys.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want to be. I mean, I'm not hanging it up. But.
So Chris Mohan texted me when he first just sent us money. He was like, put it towards the donation.
Yeah.
And then when he texted me, he was like, I'm coming with Doolin. He was like, I don't know if we're gonna stay long though. And I was like, dude, the mere fact that you're coming, I'm fine.
Yeah.
And they stayed
Stayed the whole night.
the entire night.
Dude, the whole night.
But what I was gonna say is, so Doolin I fucking rate roast beefs. Yeah, it's not a fucking secret. I do videos. I rate a roast beef.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
Kind of semi-retired. I haven't seen something good out of you in a while.
Well, I was zucked for a month.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
You know, and then like I had this was number one priority was this party.
Yeah.
I gotta come back out. But and I got
maybe me, you, and Hamas for that. When we gotta go to Bella's.
yes. Yeah. But Doolin, because he is now in sobriety, he rates ginger ales.
I didn't know there were different ginger ales.
if you could have a 4-hour conversation with Pat Dillon about ginger ale, he'll still tell you, and I know this, he'll tell you Kelleher's in Roslindale or West Roxbury, whatever it is,
the best.
best ginger ale. So I asked him last night because he was crushing ginger ales like they were going out of style. He goes, "This is a solid 8.2."
Ooh.
Well, actually, he gave it an 8, and Mohan goes, "That's a fucking rookie score." And he goes 8.4, 8.4. I think he said it was a good ginger ale.
By the way, I'm fast forwarding this story, but can I talk about this morning real quick?
Absolutely.
All right. So this morning,
There's no rules today. It's Saturday.
no, there's no rules. It's Saturday. We can do whatever we want. We decided we cleaned up most of the shit last night.
Yep.
And me and you were there till the end. And then we were like, all right, well, figure out the rest of the morning at some point. You would, by the way, me and Maggie, I have a great picture of Maggie with her head in her hands because we got 9 Ubers canceled on us. We end up I'm like, fuck, I don't think we can get a ride. And you're like, dude, we'll drive you. Because I was about to, now, hand to God, I was like, I'm going to drive. You're like, dude, we'll drive you.
Yeah,
and thank God.
I don't know why, that wasn't an option. I knew Christy didn't drink that much.
Because Christy doesn't really drink, but I didn't, I won't put it out of your way. You know what I mean? It's
it's out of my way. I'd rather you get a DUI.
Well, I mean,
You know what I mean? Come on.
Well, anyways, so I get up this morning, and I'm like, when I woke up this morning with a hangover, I was like, I felt great. I'm like, that was a fucking great night.
It's
Awesome.
fucking time.
You text me like, hey, you called me. I'm like, all right, I'll go with you. So you pick me up. By the way, this is a weekend of fucking, there are people in the world that are like, I made my first $1 million.
Yeah.
There are people that are like, I just did K2.
Yeah.
I just ascended to K2. Brendan Hearn's like, I just got my first membership to the fucking Malden Irish American.
Sure did.
Let me tell you right now, I got my card within 30 seconds. You said
that's what
usually
we do.
it takes a while for a guy to get his card, usually, right?
It usually gets mailed to you. It
Look
gets
at that.
mailed to you.
Dude,
We make things happen.
member number 0186.
Yeah.
Legend.
One less than a murder. And that's what we did last night. We murdered it.
So we walked in. This is my favorite thing that happened today. 10 o'clock, 10:30? 10:15.
Yeah.
10:20.
Sure.
We walk into the Irish American. There are 9 guys at the bar.
Yeah, a couple breakfast. Couple
9
breakfast.
guys at the bar,
Yeah.
right? Now, I'm sounding holier than thou. I completely indulged.
Yeah.
We had ourselves 3 awesome drinks.
Now let
at
me
the bar.
let me tell you something about this drink. All right. So everyone, I am a massive. I'm the captain of Bloody Marys the day after.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get one there. The only time I have a Bloody Mary there is Thanksgiving morning.
That's not a Bloody Mary place.
It is though. On Thanksgiving, it is.
Really?
The guy that makes them, well, it puts hair in your chest.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I'm for it. I'm a member now. I'm a member now.
And you better be there Thanksgiving morning.
100%.
All right. So anyway, I'm a big Bloody Mary guy, but the guy behind the bar today, my man Billy, he put me onto this. He goes, fuck the Bloody Marys, fuck greasy food. He goes, if you're hungover and you can't stomach even looking at a beer, have a Captain and Ginger. And I've never looked back since.
I had never had one before today.
Get out of here.
I had always had Captain and Coke.
Captain and Ginger. Doesn't that taste like fucking,
Oh, it's great.
it's like a vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, it was like a creamsicle.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fucking so delicious.
By the way,
We had 3 gasolines.
3 gasolines, and then we walked in. We
And then
really
we-
didn't have much to clean up at all.
And then we cleaned up.
We dunked whatever we had to dunk in my truck, and that was it. Real quick, I have to tell a story because I was the cornhole tournament I was at with Jovan.
Yep.
By the way, Darcy won.
Oh, we'll talk about her. We'll
Yeah.
talk about her.
All right. The guy who owns Wicked Cornhole, Bruce.
Yep.
He heard the story when I told the story where I was wicked hungover and the guy at the hospital was like plugged the fucking oxygen mask to my face.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, some guy did the same thing to me. He's like at a fucking hospital, guy I was working with. He's like, I'm taking the oxygen. And he goes, the guy rips out a line of Coke and he just blows it down. And he goes, there's 2 ways to get rid of a hangover. And he goes, I don't do Coke. And I'm like, no, but he goes, I'm like, I think the oxygen's safer than the cocaine line that he was doing. Imagine that, like you're in a hospital, like they just rip a fucking gagger of cocaine. Oh, quick story from the night and the side. So my buddy Josh, the ironworker, much talked about it. I tried to get him on for tonight.
I almost, you know what I said? I was like, people might think that Josh's last name is the Ironworker. Just one word.
Yeah. So I knew what he was going as.
Yeah.
I knew he was going as
By the way, fantastic.
Macho Man.
Fantastic.
Now, The funny thing is that him and this kid Paul Gentile, our CMO, Central
CMO.
Marketing fucking officer, fucking legend. Paul Gentile and Josh, like they must have been switched at birth, like
Did
separated.
they meet each other before?
Oh, they've hung out a million times.
All right, so
Yeah.
this-
So that's what makes it better. So
Yeah.
Josh comes in as the Macho Man. Paul comes in, same costume.
Yep.
Right?
same exact,
My buddy Higgy comes in.
same exact.
My
costume.
buddy Higgy comes in.
Yeah,
Also their friend. And they're all dressed as Macho Man.
yeah.
And Josh looks at me and goes, dude, I thought to myself before I showed up, I'm like, I'm gonna be so fucking mad if somebody comes as the Macho Man.
Yeah.
And he goes, but when I saw it was these two savages, he goes, I was so excited.
And then
So here's the thing. I'm getting to it.
I know,
He's in my bar today.
but my
Go ahead.
buddy Avery came in at like 10:30 as Macho Man.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fourth.
Fourth Macho
Fourth,
Man.
yeah.
But he at least had a fucking different Macho Man.
Yeah, he had a different Macho
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
Not the Amazon Prime.
Correct.
It was
Yeah,
awesome. So Josh comes in this morning. So I'm collecting texts this morning. Like,
Yeah.
I'm loving it. I'm eating it up. Like,
Of
everybody
course.
texts. Yeah, I had a great blast, whatever. My sister goes, Josh has a black guy. I'm like, well, I know he didn't get in a fight because I was there the whole night. And by the way, Josh is one of those guys, like, all my friends from Melrose think he's, like, wicked tough.
Yeah.
And, like, Josh is, like, he's professional person to get punched in the face.
Josh has like first off, when you think of ironworker, you either think drug addict or like a tough prick.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just it's
And
a
he
terrible-
looks like a tough prick.
he does.
Yeah, he looks like a tough prick,
But it's
yeah.
like it's an awful stereotype. Like,
Yeah,
It
yeah.
says the Irish people have small dicks. You know what I mean? Like it's just
Doing,
doing. But dude, he has that look to him.
He does. He
But
has that crazy look to him.
But then you meet him and he's like a quiet.
Oh,
boy.
he's a
sweetheart.
Oh, dude. So, anyways, so what happened
He'll
was.
tie your shoelaces.
So what happened was, and I think I can tell the story. I'm not telling anything out of school, but he goes outside the party and like he's drinking. He comes back in. And he has the glasses on. He loses his balance,
Yep.
and he fucking goes fucking straight into a table and he fucking bangs his eye.
Now-
right?
You've seen him today.
Yes,
You sent me the picture.
he's a black guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. So now, let me give you a rundown for people that aren't on job sites. He's going to go to work Monday.
No, here's where it gets good.
Okay, good. Yeah.
All right, so here's what I was gonna tell you.
Yeah.
So he's sitting here and he's like, dude, I gotta make up a story about my eye. And I'm like, and he goes, I go, dude, you're not like you don't work at Bank of America.
Yeah.
You're an iron worker. He goes, yeah. He goes, but like, he's like, he's a foreman. Like he has a guy's work for him.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, so I can't be like, oh yeah, I was in a Macho Man Savage costume. I almost fucking took my eyeball out of my head by falling to a table at the Mall National Park.
Yeah.
The best was the guy Smitty who was doing the 50. Josh goes, he goes, oh man. When Josh went to the table,
Yeah.
and he goes, Josh goes, you know what I like about a place like that? And I go, what? He goes, they give you second chances. He goes, they're not just gonna kick you out for banging your face on the table.
It's happened to all of us, you know?
So he's like, I gotta make up a story about it. I'm like, what kind of story can you make up of that?
Yeah.
Like you fell out of the shower?
You can't. And by the way, it's already on the podcast, pal. You fell. No big deal. Shit
He
happens.
could have been on tonight. Could have been on tonight.
It was, dude, I wanted like all
All right, let's talk about Darcy real quick.
Sure. All right,
Let's do that.
so we already
Your
shipped-
sister,
Yeah.
who was about to leave us
High and dry.
like if me and Danny were on a fucking island by ourselves.
She was paddling away.
She was paddling away.
Yeah.
And like we were like, what? What's happening?
Yeah.
Like, you're leaving us out here?
So we recorded last week's show on Wednesday,
Yes.
and it was out Thursday. Quick one.
Yep.
You had no voice last week.
Ah, Froyo was like, I didn't even get to the parking lot. It was over. He's
Yeah,
bullshit.
he's
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
So what happened was, I go, Darcy, you didn't even fucking buy a ticket. And she was like, yeah, I don't know if I can go because I get this big cornhole thing on Saturday. And it threw me the fuck off because I go to everything that she throws.
That's
and
true. Yes.
And I do mean everything. Not to mention up at camp, she's up until, I don't know, 5 a.m. every single Friday night. So it was a terrible, terrible excuse. Now, at the time, I was supposed to have the cheer competition today in the morning. It got switched to later because the gods love me and they knew that we threw a great party. Now, fast forward, we conned Darcy into going to this party. Darcy, Amazon primed her costume. It was there, I think she said 9 a.m. Friday, yesterday. She got her makeup done. She went as Winnie from Hocus Pocus. And who the fuck won best girl costume?
Darcy.
Darcy.
Fact.
Now, the only other person, and this is nothing against all the women in there,
Sure.
the only other person I think that could have got that title, because Darcy killed it, by the way. She had the teeth. She didn't have to dye her head because she's a fucking redhead.
Unreal.
She killed it. There's pictures
She
out.
looked like she looked like
Bette
part.
Midler. Yeah. The only one that I wish like we could have got like a crowd fucking participation was Amanda Derbyshine as the Mask. She had the whole.
She was great.
Fucking awesome.
Dude,
She
great.
had the whole yellow outfit
Yeah,
with the
she
green
was
face.
great.
It was fucking phenomenal.
Yes.
And then like after everything happened, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
You know, like we probably should have done like a
Let me tell you right now, Amanda Derbyshaine's costume was fucking
lights out.
Lights
I
out.
knew you were gonna
like,
say that.
Lights out. Like it was. Speaking for each other at this point, I like it. She was fucking great.
Roller derby. I know you're talking.
Roller Girl is like
These eyes.
dude.
Oh,
I'm like
Beside yourself.
that was a very critical point in my life, my development, and like, Maria, you hit it on the head. Let's put it that way. Dude,
That's a commitment. Nobody wants to be on rollerblades or roller skates. Excuse me, roller skates for I don't know 5 hours.
dude. When I tell you about like legends and like Jason Buggy, like Josh when Josh finally comes on the show.
Yeah.
He'll tell a story that like when he was a little kid that like he was on his porch and he watched somebody get into a car accident and then Jason Buggy beat the shit out of them. Like, and he was like, I remember watching that and he's like, this kid is huge.
Yeah.
And he goes, and he's just like, Buggy was like the seventh of like 7 Irish kids.
Yeah.
Like, he had never had a new pair of sneakers in his life ever.
Yeah.
His parents are off the boat. Like, and he is 6'2", was a monster at Melrose High.
His hand.
And,
I can't explain his
he's
hand.
but the thing is, here's the thing. He's the
catcher's mitt.
nicest guy in the world.
Dude, he came right up to me,
But,
hugged me.
but if that hand turns closed fisted,
You're dead.
You're dead.
You're dead.
Yes, you're dead.
He would take down the monument. He
Oh,
would take,
dude.
he would take down the Bunker Hill Monument.
Monster.
He's like Wreck-It Ralph, dude. Fucking just
like Wreck-It
he's
Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph.
He's Wreck-It Ralph. I love
What,
it.
by the way, what a phenomenal movie.
Oh, great fucking
That's
film.
honestly,
Great
I don't
film.
give a fuck what anyone says. That's top 3 Disney right there.
Great fucking
I
film.
love
Great
Wreck-It
fucking
Ralph.
film.
So I met the actual Wreck-It Ralph.
Did you?
Yeah, Buggy last night.
Oh yeah. I was confused for a minute.
No, that's John C. Riley.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Dude, what a fucking time, by the way. Let's talk about the food for a second.
Oh yeah,
I
we
want
can
to
do
talk about the peppers.
Yeah. Dude, wait a minute.
I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna go into it. All right, let's do it. Let's do the Lily Peas hotline.
All right, fuck it.
All right, hold on. Those fit over there?
Yeah, we'll figure it. Do I have Slack? Oh no.
How you do?
Rock and roll.
Oh, there we go. All right, Lily Peas hot chicken hotline.
Can you hear me? All right, good.
We only have 2 calls because it's it's a Saturday. Usually people load up on Sunday.
All right, no biggie.
This is my favorite.
Hey, Gillis, you chooch. Just left pulling the cork party. Tried to get into the Patrick's and the Squire to no avail. Sitting at McDonald's drive-thru on Squire Road arguing why he can't order a fucking McRib after 12. While you, Daniel Gillis, just got home from the party on your couch enjoying corn on the cob the long way. Let's get to it. Well, another day, another win. You know UNLV covered easily versus the bums from South Bend. Next up, the Syracuse Orange and the Carrier Dome. First off, Danny, Google your doppelganger. NCAA basketball tournament legend from Syracuse, Eric Devendorf. You're going to laugh when you see his
My phone's
face.
over there.
Your Irish have 0 chance. Take Syracuse, whatever the spread
There's
is.
no
I don't
chance.
fucking care.
There's no
The Irish
chance.
will be
His
in the
eyes are
Duke
not open
Mayo
right now.
Bowl if they're lucky. Fuck off. Tell Selena I said goodnight. I'm out.
Let me tell you right now. Hold on one second. I gotta take this off. We got one more call to go over, but Bobby Froyo, when I met him
Committed.
when I met Bobby Froyo last night, I said this fact, and this is a fact. Bobby Froyo stops calling the show. Brendan Hurd stops the show. I will quit this fucking show The moment he doesn't deliver.
Yeah.
All right.
He's like the chili guy.
Now, I texted him this morning, or I sent him a message. I'm like, hey, you leave messages? Like, I left one last night. I don't remember. And I was reading through it because I could read the voice of his voice.
Yeah. What was it, gibberish?
No, it was look. I'm reading it in Bobby Froyo's regular voice, right?
Yeah.
It's like, Gillis, fuck you, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
And like, then like when I heard it back, it was like in his like, I just left the pulling the cork potty voice. It's like, I just tried to order him.
His Uber driver must have been fucking bullshit.
Dude, Bobby, like, here's the thing about this show. At some point, people are like, oh, dude, last night I got offered somebody who was semi kind of famous. I'm like, you know what? Give me the fucking meat and potatoes people of this world. Give me Bobby Froyo. Give me fucking
Lunch
Jumptown.
pail. Give me the lunch pail.
lunch pail. All right. One more. And I'll tell you right now, make you jump.
Give me a P. P. Give me a P. P. Give me a C. C. We can pull that cork together. Yo, Adam Jumptown, just
What
want to
the
give you a little rah-rah shish boom bon. How you doing on the Denali food truck here? Bringing in sausage at McIntyre Ski Area in Mountain. Family fun all day. 12 to 8. Come and play. Sausage is here.
Dude, first of all, let me tell you right now, as an older...
He's not real.
Listen, let me tell
He's
you right
not
now,
a real human.
First of all,
Alien.
everybody else who's sucking his dick now, you got that from us, all right? Like, me and Danny see talent a million miles away. McIntyre, I am an older white guy.
Yeah.
As an older white guy, I kind of know every ski place in the business.
Yeah.
I don't ski.
Yeah.
But I hear from my buddies. I'm going here, I'm going there, whatever. I'm going to this thing. McIntyre ski area, I don't think exists.
Wait a minute.
That's like somebody's backyard.
Wait a minute.
First of all,
Wait a
what
minute.
ski area is
It's
open
60
now?
degrees.
Yeah, McIntyre ski mountain. I'm like, what?
You're just at a hill.
Dude, that guy smokes so much dope. Like,
Loves the grass.
dude, I'll tell you right now, I'm a Jumptown guy. It's well fucking established.
He's a fucking-
We are permanent Jumptown guys.
We might have to make like a Jumptown mascot.
Dude, so the thing was, last night, so I wore a tracksuit,
Yeah.
right? I wanted to wear, underneath I had my Jumptown shirt.
Oh, yeah.
But Maggie was like, it shows through because like I had such a cheap tracksuit from like fucking Amazon. She's like, you can't wear it. I'm like, this fucking Jumptown shirt if I wore the Jumptown shirt, I probably would have got laid when I got home.
Absolutely.
But I didn't because I didn't wear it. That's what
Sausage is
happened.
here.
Yeah, sausage is here. Dude, that kid is my fucking guy.
He's the
right there.
balls.
The Jumptown. I'll say this too.
Jumptown's the balls.
Everybody who doesn't know, who's not a No Show Beast guy or
Yeah.
a Craft Mafia guy, they ask about Jumptown.
You gotta, I know I'm gonna fucking forget his shit, but if you look him up on Facebook, his literal name is Adam Jump.
Yeah, Adam Jump.
So if you look up Adam Jump Jumptown, he's the most fucking diverse human you'll ever meet in your life.
Yes.
And dude, every time you hear his voice, that's him. Like that's not made up.
Dude, I love, like I've said it before, like I love like, all right, for example, with music, I play music.
Yep.
When my buddy was there last night, my buddy Ryan Ahern, he sings, he plays.
Yep.
When he comes over here, every night we're drinking, I'm like, dude, play me a song. Play something. I love like people doing content. Like I love that. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, I do it, but like I also love to watch it. You know what I
Sure.
mean? Like and I love Jumptown. I'm
Yeah.
a Jumptown guy.
We are
Full Jumptown guy.
Team Jumptown.
Yeah, 100%. So, dude, party goes off like perfect. No problems.
Which-
other than me.
Which, by the way, it was in both of our back of our heads, right?
100%.
We have a bunch of sickos
High
as friends.
high octane.
Bunch of sickos that don't even know each other.
Exactly.
So it's
I was
us,
concerned.
It's us at 21 years old in Boston,
Yep.
bumping into somebody.
Exactly.
Not one fucking. Everyone was hugging.
Dude,
Your friends came up to me like, Danny, you guys are doing a fucking great job. And I know my friends went up to you. You met Cody, you met Sean, you met
Yeah.
fucking. Like, there was a bunch of fucking people having a great time.
yes.
We couldn't have asked for a better night.
Dude,
Literally, when I woke up
it was
this
definitely
morning,
in the back of my head that I'm like, somebody gets shot tonight.
and it didn't happen.
No, nothing bad happened at
It
all.
was the fucking, it was the best.
Oh, I got to talk about one of my favorite people right now.
Glenn,
One N.
one N.
The only brown Glenn that's ever been
Ever,
born, I think.
ever.
So by the way, my father sent me a direct message after that show when I was talking about my grandfather.
Yeah.
And he's like, 1N, by the way. Like, dickhead. And I'm like, thanks. So this is for you. Brown Glenn. The only Brown Glenn I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
I mean Glenn. My next dog's name is Glenn, and nobody can tell me anything different about it.
Dude, let me tell you something about Glenn, right? So
That kid is
Glenn is
awesome.
Glenn has listened to every single episode. He is up to date. He knows our lives back, forth.
Dude, that kid is my guy.
So here's what's fucked up about. So I went, for those that didn't see pictures or were at the party, I went as Lance Harbor,
Yeah.
Varsity Blues, hands down my favorite football movie.
Great, by the way, great costume. And the brace was unreal.
So that's the other part of it. So, and by the way, when I say football movie, Remember the Titans does not get included because Remember the Titans makes me cry. So, Varsity Blues is my favorite football movie.
Can we talk about Remember the Titans for 1 second?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We can do a whole fucking episode.
It's football. Because here's the thing.
We can do a whole
I
episode.
just watched it last week with my son.
First time ever?
No, he's watched it like a bunch of times.
Okay.
He just put it on because he's like, he's Tommy fucking football now.
Yeah.
I'm watching it and I'm like, here's my only beef with the movie. I love the movie, right? I love everything that's going on.
The movie is
The
incredible.
movie's incredible. His like acceptability of the fact that he's never gonna walk again is incredible. Like he's like, hey, get out and play the game, man. He's like, what are you doing in my room? Yeah. Like, I'm like, dude, you can never walk again. Like you might not have sex again.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think that's how it went down.
No,
I'm just saying that.
I also don't think that, but that's a fucking valid point.
Yeah.
Valid
The guy was
point.
very accepting of being paralyzed forever.
Yeah.
Back then. And when
Another part of that movie that kind of drives me nuts is like when Julius is walking through like an all-white neighborhood and the cop pulls him over and he's like, it's a hell of a game you had the other night.
oh yeah.
And he's like, thank you, officer. Like, no, he probably would have got beat.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you weren't allowed.
By the way, that's Wood.
That was like fucking Newton.
That's what's his name from Wood. From The Wire. Wood. What's his name? Wood. The
Even
actor.
Boxdale, baby.
Yeah,
Even
but his name's Wood.
Wood Harris.
Yeah, he's a nasty hoop player, by the way.
He's an unbelievable
Nasty.
actor.
Yeah.
Unbelievable actor.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
Him and Paid in Full, Ace Boogie. Come on. Great movie.
Anyway, so where were we?
I have no idea. So I was Lance Harbor,
Yes.
and I was Lance Harbor single for hours because Glenn with 1N was Tweeter. Billy Bob was
Kevin Wilcox was
Kevin Turner.
Kevin Turner. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm always confused. By the way, that's how cool Julie is.
Yeah.
That I'm like giving her last name to him. Kevin Turner.
Poor Kevin.
Kevin Turner looked like, when I tell you, like, I was like ready to go in the game for him.
Dude. So
He played Billy Bob.
no, he played the coach.
Oh, sorry, the coach. Yeah.
Billy Bob was Nick Ragucci,
That's right. Yeah.
who came in with the syrup bottle. Like he fucking filled the pot.
Yep.
Came with the cowboy hat. My man Lucas was Moxon. We did all right.
Yeah.
But for a while I was by myself and they were like, who are you?
Yeah,
And I was like,
yeah, I didn't
and
see a lot
unless
of
you
that.
didn't know the fucking movie, which
Yeah.
by the way, Ann Saley, she's like, I grew up with James Vanderbeek. I can't believe I didn't figure it the fuck out to begin with. She grew up with
Let's
fucking
talk
Mox.
for 1 second. Finally, we got Ann in the house.
Oh, my
right?
God. What a
You-
picture.
By the way, and you said this. You're like, I didn't expect her to look like that.
Yeah.
Which is like that. Ann is a beautiful woman
Gorgeous.
who is like
Gorgeous.
all of like
Great
maybe-
hair. I know women love to hear about their hair. Great hair on
Yeah.
Ann Saley.
Yeah, great looking girl.
Yeah.
Who is all of like 5'1",
Not even.
not even.
I don't think she's allowed on roller coasters.
No, she's a not. Yeah, she is a small statured person.
You going to talk about what she went as?
Let's go. Let's do it.
So I'm talking to somebody, whoever. Sorry if I fucking left your conversation. Brendan needed me. Right? Pulls me over. He goes, someone wants to meet you. And I get this amazing hug.
Yes.
She goes, Ann Saley, nice to meet you. And she points down and she just has a badge and it says, Pulling the cork, super fan.
Yeah. Number one fan. I think
Number
is
one
that right?
fan.
Yeah.
And she was like dressed like a schoolgirl. It was fucking awesome.
Dude, let me tell you
Dynamite.
right now, this show, as we've said many times, there's a reason last night that we gave $150 to Darcy as the best female costume.
Yep.
And $100 to Kevin O'Neill.
Yep.
We hear about the women. We love women. We
have daughters,
respect, We respect them.
Yeah.
All right? Ann Seeley, number one fucking fan. And by the way, my girl Bridget was there last night. who did the fucking first female corker
ever.
ever.
Yep.
Like, dude, the women make the show better.
Can
That's
I-
a fact?
We're talking about women right now, and I have to mention this because I'm so glad this came up because this happened today when I was at the cheer competition. I'm leaving. I go to take a piss. I go in the bathroom, and there's a woman in there. Now, she's telling there's 10 guys in there peeing. She didn't seem drunk. She goes, it says women on that side. I'm at a urinal, right? Peeing.
Yeah.
I don't know the last time you've been in a fucking bathroom. Last time I thought urinals were for men.
Yeah.
She's like, it says women on that side, blah, blah, blah. There's a guy taking a shit. Right hand of God. Right hand of God. There's 10 guys in there peeing, shit, and whatever. It's dead silent. She's still arguing with whoever because she's walking through. There's 2 entrances. She goes, it says women on that side, which obviously she looked at the wrong fucking side. And she's walking from one end to the other, right? I gotta try to envision this. There's fucking 10 urinals in the middle, and there's like 6 toilets over here, 6 toilets over here. Something like that, right? She's on one end, going to the other, like just not believing that this is a men's room.
Sure.
And she's going, it says women's room, it says women's room. And we're like, is this fucking urinals here, right? So there's like a dead silence, and there's a guy taking a shit, and he goes, just remember, boys, even when we're right, we're still wrong. The fucking place erupted. She thought she was in, you're in a place with urinals.
You know what is funny? It's like, it's funny when
He
like,
was taking his shit. And he goes, even when we're right, we're still wrong.
dude, I had a buddy in college, my buddy Chase, Adam Chase, legend. Does not probably listen to this podcast. I've talked to him a while, but awesome guy. And he's like, dude, I remember being like, dude, I gotta take a shit, but I'm like worried, like, because we were like at a bar.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you care? This kid shits without regard.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, it would be like part of your bodily function. He's like, I don't understand why you have
Why
any.
it's awkward?
Yeah. And I'm like, and it's awkward because it smells horrible.
Horrible,
And
yeah.
it sucks.
Yeah.
And he's like, he'd be like, dude, he would just blow out any bathroom in the world.
Well, I get that. Like, I'm like, not like wicked scared, but like when I'm by myself in my own home, I know this is going to sound fucked up. I'm like, that's a good smell. That's a
Oh.
good one. But if like anyone else is in the house, I'm like, that's going to, Febreze the fuck out of it. But if I'm by myself, I like basting. It's weird. I'm like,
Dude.
that's a good one.
Hey, you're like in your own sense.
Yeah,
You know what I
I'm
mean?
like that. I did that.
It's like animalistic.
Yeah,
It's probably the
dude.
most animalistic part of human beings.
So to all our female listeners, that's what that's what men thinks about.
That's right. And so it's like, I just got like applauded. Now listen to shit.
Everyone's
conversations.
talking about shit, and
Yeah.
people are going through men's rooms. And
Yeah.
sorry, and
Dude, I'll tell you right now. It was.
that was such
You know
a
what,
weird
by the
turn,
way,
dude.
you know what else was funny was that the first 50-50 we called
Yeah.
was my sister's friend, Beth. So she didn't hear it because she was in the bar.
Yeah.
And so then we called another one, and I forget who won it. It was a girl, and she
Yeah,
gave
Casey-
the money back.
Casey Wilcox. Yeah,
Casey
yeah.
Wilcox gave it back. And so then Beth came up to me, and she's like, I was in the bar. And I'm like, that's your problem.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We called it 100 times
Yeah,
and we
go on.
waited.
And then she goes, I go, you were going to give it back anyway. And she goes, yeah, it's true. I'm like, yeah, so what are you worried about? Who gives a fuck?
Another thing, so we've covered the food. We didn't really talk about the shishito peppers.
No, we have to talk about this.
All right, so we'll get into the food because I think that's more important. But the bartenders last night, 2 of my very good friends,
Lights out.
Billy Nolan, Howie McBride, fucking dynamite guys.
Can you, by the way, can you set up a novel for like the next like Good Will Hunting sequel with those names? Like Billy Nolan and Howie McBride.
Yeah.
Like let's just like central casting.
It's fucking, they're just dynamite dudes, and they're great bartenders. Give a little rundown, right? So people kept asking, like, can I open a tab? No, you can't open a tab there.
Yeah.
Not at that type of place.
By the way, I told all of my friends.
Yeah.
Cash.
Oh, no. Which I think everyone did.
Yeah.
But the ATM was working. No big deal. The bartenders made out like bandits.
Yep.
At the end of the night, obviously, I went to go pay them for their time, tip them out. And they go, hey, how can we give this to the... And I was like, you guys did enough. Like,
Yeah, sure.
and they're like, shithead, take this amount, put it towards it. So the bartenders last night put $100 towards Tim's donation as well. So,
By the way, and if you are from the general Boston area,
yeah,
that's some real love right there. That's some real love.
dude, and like, it's just, it kind of goes without like fucking. To me, I'm like, I'm used to it now. You know what I mean? Like,
Dude, you
those
put
those
good
guys,
stuff
like-
out in the world,
Yeah.
and like good stuff comes back.
I've been on the other side where like, so I'm like low on the totem pole because I still bartend there. I'm only on the hall side. I don't do the member side.
Yep.
I'm low on the totem pole. Like I get like not shitty events, but like probably the ones that people don't want to do.
Sure.
I'm the relief pitcher. You know, I need you right now. All right, no problem. I'll do a fucking quinceanera.
Yeah.
You know, I'll pour sodas all day or whatever.
Sure.
I did one probably a year ago. Similar situation. It was a fundraiser for something. And I went to the lady and she was like, hey, like, I was told I have to pay you for the hall because, like, you know, I have to pay you. Can I write the check? I'm like, yep, no problem, blah, blah, blah. So I write back and I was like, hey, what's this for? She tells me and I'm like, yeah, can I get into it? She was like, you're going to donate to it? I'm like, yeah. Why the fuck wouldn't I? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's the right thing to do.
Sure.
I don't think anybody, I don't know why people get, like, weirded out by that. I'm like,
Not at all.
that's what you should do, I think, right? If you're in
Dude,
the right
I
vicinity.
think like, and I'm not being like holier than thou, but it's like every time like we had the Cornhole podcast, we had this, like the best use of it. And hey, I'll give it to Ferg, like Andy Ferg from North Shore Beefs.
Yep.
Like he does a ton of fundraising
Yeah,
through
yeah.
his thing.
100%.
So it's like I think we all have the idea that's like we're probably not gonna end up rich. So it's like I'd rather give this fucking 1,000.
But that's what I said about the beginning of this podcast. I would rather make someone else happy.
100%, dude. 100%.
There's nothing better.
Dude, and
Next,
you know what?
Best thing next to joy to getting pussy. 50 cents. There you go. It's the fucking best. Making
It
people
is.
smile.
It is, dude.
We got to talk about this food though.
Oh, okay, so let's talk about the food.
So we talked about Chris Boston's how great
Yeah.
of a human he is.
Yes.
Little upset. He cut the fucking ponytail off.
Oh yeah, he's short hair now. Guy, by the way, that was the only reason he was on our cornhole gang back in the day. I'm like, we need a guy with a ponytail.
Fucking Razor Ramon.
Yeah, he was, dude.
But so the food comes. He personally delivers it.
Personally delivered it.
And then he had the audacity to say,
Yes.
if there's
You run out,
there's a girl here that's coming. Make sure that she goes and gets more food.
get some more food. Yeah,
So now I can't tell you. Well,
it
you
was
know,
Jill.
you know how
Dervishian.
much food
Jill
was
Dervishian.
fucking. You know how much food was there.
It was an epic amount.
Start from the beginning. Get to the end.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
Let's start with pretzel bites.
Oh baby.
Salty as fuck. Soft as a fucking baby's ass.
Oh my lord.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Right? I'm gonna steal the show right now because this is the thing that like I took my dad there. I told you this a week ago, and I'm like, let's get these Toshito peppers. He's like, what are they? I'm like, I don't know, but we're ordering them. Like I'm like, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Life changing fucking appetizer.
So I told
Me
you.
and Danny Gillis were eating Toshito peppers. Like
Listen to me. I don't know how to explain this because, like, if you know what shishito pepper is, like, turn off. But, like, if you don't know, like, listen in and fucking dial in.
Yes.
And just listen to us, all right? Last night, I get home after dropping you off. I have a tray of food, like your standard aluminum tray of, like,
Yep.
you know what I mean?
sandwiches.
I got a smorgasbord of bullshit. Viking soup of
Yeah.
fucking nonsense, right? I'm eating, I sent you the picture.
Yeah.
I'm eating shishito peppers until like 3 a.m. Dude, I can't explain. They have like the.
You can't explain it. They're so good.
All right, so I'm gonna try to, right? So they have the consistency and feel of like a snap pea, not a snap pea, but like, you know, what's the shit you
Yeah,
get?
sugar snap peas.
They have like that size and like that thinness,
Yeah.
but they have the better taste of like a peppercini.
Yes.
Does that
Yes.
make sense?
Dude, you nailed it. You fucking nailed it.
I had a shoebox full of shishito peppers
Dude,
last night.
these things are crack cocaine.
Dude, it's so fucking
Like,
good.
don't get high on your own supply.
Yeah.
If I worked at Lily Peas,
Yeah.
I'd be a shishito pepper.
So, and we're going to continue to talk about this, but this morning when I woke up, so my buddy Al Macy called me at 8:30, and it was the best thing that ever happened because I needed to get up to
Yeah.
do what we had to do. And he's like, go back to bed. And I was like, no, I'm getting up. Thank you for calling me. Type of thing.
Yeah.
And I went downstairs and I was like, the box, I just left everything open. It looked like a fucking college dorm room. So we had to pick up the girls after we dropped you off. So they all slept on the couch. I have one of those couches that fold out to like a
Yeah.
bed or whatever. They all slept down there. I slept like a fucking donkey. My fucking socks on. I was bullshit.
Oh, I hate that.
Oh, the
Dude,
worst.
when I wake up my socks, I don't want to kill myself.
Yeah, it's like you loser.
Yeah, you
go to Pine
like
Street and you fucking
Yeah,
homeless.
You lost
fucking-
a night of sleep,
Yeah.
basically. Like
So bad.
slept like a hobo.
So bad. But I went out and Christy says to me, she goes, "Can you grab me a chicken tender?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can, because I'm gonna have one too." And I heard her yell from the other room. She goes, "Hey, can you bring over that black pepper honey?"
Oh, I didn't have any of this, dude.
Let me tell you something. All right.
By the
now-
way, this is the most elevated ad for Lily Peas you ever hear in your life. I love
because
it.
like we've been there, we've had the food, but
Yeah.
like, what a drunk, hungover food this is.
Oh,
They have something called. Now I need you to listen. Dial in.
Focus.
Fucking Tupperware container of like what you get like an extra large soup in,
Yeah.
and it was called black.
Chinese food soup.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was
Container.
called black pepper honey. She goes, Can you heat it up and bring it over?" And I was like, "What is this all about?" She goes, "You didn't have this last night?" I go, "No." Dude, I took a chicken tender, dunked this in, and I thought my boner was going through the roof. Brendan, this fucking dude. I don't know what the fuck Chris Parson did in his past life, but whatever it is, it beat the fuck out of
Dude, the
Gordon
best
Ramsay.
part is this about Parsons. It's like Chris, like I said, like he's the sponsor of the show, whatever. Is that what people don't know is that like in like a past life, like he had like restaurants that were like fucking award-winning restaurants.
Yeah.
He is like a
Legit
I
chef.
only know him as like so I met him through my buddy. I only know him as like a cornhole guy,
Yeah.
whatever. It's almost like I'll give you an example. Last night I met Paul Dever,
Yep.
right? Who's like the king of fucking pumpkin carvers.
Yeah, you can look him up.
That guy
You can Google Paul Dever.
That guy will fucking he will stop your dick in the don't even carve a pumpkin.
Google Paul Dever. By the way, Union fella, by the way. Tin knocker.
So if you see any of my pumpkins that I carve, right?
Yep.
That's all inspired by him and like a bunch
How
of
about
guys.
your beer handles? You did those.
Yeah, I carved those. I told him about those too. He didn't care. No, I'm just kidding. But nice guy. He's a good guy. But anyway, so I'm talking to him. Like, I'm like sucking his fucking dick
Yeah.
about his pumpkins, right?
Yep.
And then like somebody came up to me while we're talking. They're like, dude, I love the podcast. It's like everybody has something else they're interested in.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, so the point of Parsons is like, when I met him, he was like, dude, cornhole. He's like, can you like hook me up with these guys? We'll play all this stuff. And like, then you find out, like behind the scenes, this guy's sneaky, like basically a fucking Michelin star chef.
Dude.
Like, not a Michelin star chef,
Dude.
but like, dude, he is lights fucking, dude, Shoshino peppers that will blow your dick off your body.
I can't explain it, dude.
I
I can't explain it. But when I had this fucking so the shishito peppers are out of this world.
it's not even a conversation.
We didn't even get to the jerk wings yet.
Oh,
But the shishito peppers, but this, like if I showed you this tub, right, and it didn't have a label on it, it would look like it was collected like grease, like old grease.
it would look like it was collecting like the bottom of El Pond, like in Melrose.
It's
like,
it's
yeah.
not an attractive. It
looking,
doesn't look.
yeah, substance,
No,
yeah.
but it says black pepper. I'm like,
Honey,
all right,
yeah.
so there's black pepper in it. So it's honey, obviously, and there's black pepper in it, obviously. There's some other thing in it. It might be Tom Brady's cum. I have no idea. There is something in this thing that, dude, I could drink it. It was fucking phenomenal. Phenomenal. So like I look and I was like, what? I'm with a mouthful of fucking honey jizz. I'm in like, what else have you got in there? And it's I looked and I was like, we took honey mustard, we took this, we took all like the dippings. There's nothing better than this black pepper honey. It was
Oh, by the way, I have to tell you this too. Oh, my phone's over there. When I Dever was like, hey, send me a message. He's like, I'll come over to your bar and like we'll cause some pumpkins and shit. I was like, drunk talk.
no, he
No,
absolutely
no,
will.
but like I texted him. I was like, hey, it was good to meet you last night. I'm like, I'm a fucking huge fan. He writes me back, hey, bud, thanks. I'm like, yeah, Paul Dever, if you ever listen to this, I don't like being called bud. That's the first thing. But I liked meeting you, and you are a fucking legendary pumpkin carver. So, anyways, that's on the table.
He will absolutely come here
Dude,
though.
and he, by the way, he said he's bringing back that
Bob
baccarat.
That's a good time. That's a good
So
time.
what's the deal with this baccarat? So apparently he legendarily is like runs a great bar crawl, right?
It is a great bar crawl.
This guy will carve a pumpkin that'll make you like you'll shit your pants.
Just look
when
him
you see
up.
it.
Look him
Yeah,
up. Paul
he
Dever.
is-
He's unbelievable.
Dever Customs, I think is what it is.
Yeah, that's his name. He just like, and if you watch him on the show, like the way he finds out how to carve a pumpkin, he looks in a mirror.
Dude,
he makes,
all right,
he makes a
wait,
weird face.
I gotta tell this story right now. So when I was all right, so I carve wood, I carve like whatever.
Yeah.
So I like wood better because honestly, like I was telling him last night, like pumpkins are harder to carve. They eventually have like a face that you can't go through. So I was telling the story. I was up in my buddy Jay Merrill's dad's cabin, Bones, and he's like, I'm like, dude, I'm carving wood, and he's like, you know, Paul Devermo? I'm like.
I love how everyone called you Mo last night.
Everybody calls him Mo. I'm like, yeah, he's a legend. He goes, play golf with him on Tuesdays. So anyways, I'm like, yeah, I'm friends with Danny. I'm telling Dever this last night. And then I'm like, oh, do you know also a guy, I think I know, Billy Trudeau? He goes, the beer hunter. He goes, that guy's a man. Like, he was like, glossed right over you. Like, he was like, this guy Bones, like, if we started a clothing line called Bones Trudeau, like, he has a full deck of fucking sweet fucking beard.
Yeah.
Like, you could sell that shit for like $99. Like, whatever you're charging 24, give me 99 for that. Like, it's fucking legendary. Anyways, I digress. The shishito peppers, if you go to Dilly P's, you don't get them, you might as well kill yourself.
You're an idiot.
Go eat a gun in the back room.
You're an idiot. Just fucking chew on that Glock.
Dude, so anyways, the fucking sandwiches were unbelievable.
So obviously, so Chris apologized to me immediately. He goes, Danny, I got some bad news for you.
Yeah.
I'm like, I already know. He's like, they all have mayo on them. Here's why I love Chris Parsons. Are you ready? Did you hear this?
No.
So Jillian, who's his like catering person, was like,
Like in front of the house at
Yeah.
the restaurant. Yeah.
She
But
goes,
that's the catering too, yeah.
she goes, we got to put a few of these away for Danny without mayo. You know what Chris said? Fuck off. He goes, this is how I make my sandwich. How do I not respect that?
Dude, I'll tell you right now, and the fact that he went up to you and said that,
Said it to me. He's like, dude,
this is how I make my sandwich.
this is how I make my sandwich. Fuck off. Don't eat
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Eat everything else.
Eat the chicken tenders.
He said, dude,
Yeah, be a child.
I was like, you know what, dude? Okay.
I respect that.
Okay.
I respect that.
Guess what? Everyone else
Yeah.
fucking devoured.
Let me tell you right now. All right, I'll give you an
Devoured
example.
the
I
sandwiches.
do not like olives.
Love
Well
olives.
documented.
I will eat every olive on America. Black,
If
purple,
I go into
green,
a
whatever.
place, the guy makes the best martini in the world, right? And he's like, 2 olives. The best martini maker. As Chris Parsons is the best chicken sandwich maker in the world.
Noted, by the way.
I'll tell you right now, I will suck those olives off like somebody was like John Holmes was in the room. Like, give me those olives. Like,
You are a big
no,
olive guy.
I'm saying that like I will just out of respect
Yo.
to the guy making the martini.
Yeah.
Like I will. Now I know you can't eat mayonnaise. I know you
It's
can't do it.
it's just traumatizing. It's traumatizing. There's 3 ingredients in mayo, right? Oil, vinegar, and eggs.
How did you like come to the like?
My mother had every single day, and I'm not exaggerating. People are like, you're over exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating. Every single day, I would come home from school. My mother would have, because she didn't eat ever.
Yeah.
But every day she would have a fucking piece of toast or 2 pieces of toast lathered with fucking mayo and tomato. And she would make a tomato and mayo sandwich.
That was our food for the day.
That was it. And a box of wine or fucking Cossack vodka or something. Like it was a Franzia wine,
Dude, you know what's so
Rossi.
funny? Dude, you know what's so funny is that like we were like Josh the ironworker, like that's his last name by the way. I was like me and my sister are always like joke, but like he doesn't eat. Like the other night, like he was like he dipped a chip in something. My sister goes, he's eating. Like I've never seen him eat. Like I don't know if he eats. You know?
Dude, it's traumatizing to me. And by the way, I know I've had food with mayo in it
Do you eat tuna?
out of the can.
Yeah, but you don't eat it like mixed.
No, fuck no.
When's the last time you think you had mayo?
Oh, first off, someone dropped the bomb on me, like big time. Spinach and artichoke dip?
Oh yeah, it's mayo. Yeah.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
I'm licking the bowls of spinach and artichoke chicken. But like, dude, the mere fact of like the look of mayo drives me. It's not white.
No, it's not. I'm gonna say this.
It's like aged white.
It's not becoming. Yeah, it's not becoming looking.
Gross.
Food.
It jiggles
like
when you
Jell-O.
look at it. It
It's
jiggles.
gross. It's gross.
It's pigeon.
I
cum.
agree, but I mean, I like mayo. I'm a mayo
Pigeon
guy.
cum
I'm a
is
mayo
what it
guy.
is. disgusting.
It's the best.
It's the
Pigeon
fucking
cover.
worst.
I love it.
So that's why. So that's the reason why Danny Gillis hates fucking mayo. and again, I know it's in shit. But this is how much my family loves me, though. Like my mother-in-law and Christy. Christy's like world-known potato salad. She makes me one with like Italian dressing,
Dude,
and it's lights out.
I'll tell you right now, Brendan Hearn, big Chrissy guy. Love her.
Someone's got to be.
Dude, dude, I'll tell you right now. We had a couple conversations last night.
Yeah.
And she is one of my favorite people in the world.
She
You know
is-
what the best is? She's always sober. So it's like,
No, well, when she's not, she ends up in the hospital.
yeah.
She's not a drinker.
and she's like, she's a mess.
Remember that day?
Yeah.
Fucking
I told
Christ.
I told that story to Josh. Yeah.
Christy is the greatest heart on earth.
Dude,
On earth.
I love this woman.
There is
She's the
not
best.
I made kids with the most caring mother ever.
Yeah.
She's a lunatic, without a doubt.
Oh, 100%. But so
But
are
I think you need a lunatic in your life to keep you in line.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
I wish like she would lean off the gas a little bit with the
Well,
lunacy.
I mean, yeah, that's what happens.
But I
Dude,
mean,
but isn't that like life? It's like I mean, I feel that. I mean, I'm sure
Listen,
dude,
Pete-
I've said this a million times. I am a wicked hard guy to be married to. Like I feel like,
I am such a hot guy to be with.
dude, I'm like I'm understanding of that. Like I
Yeah.
suck to be with. Like
No, but it's. But
I'm like tomorrow. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna start up this podcast. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
By the way, I might go on tour with
yeah.
It's like, dude,
Take a fucking
What are
break.
we doing?
Yeah.
Like, we're trying
Yeah.
to get the kids to school.
I know.
So
And
I
it's-
get it. Like, and then I feel like I've gotten good about it because like I've understood that like every idea I have in my head, I can't tell her.
Right.
Because like
She'll think
just
you're
because I
fucking
think
crazy.
it's awesome
Yeah.
doesn't mean that like right now she's in the mood for it. You know what I mean?
I've dude, nothing about our relationship. We've been together 15 years. Nothing about
Yeah.
our relationship has been fucking lollipops and rainbows.
Of course.
But guess what? We're still together.
Dude, but isn't that
You know what I mean? Like,
isn't that like relationships in general?
yeah, but here's like, we're just vocal people, right? So like, you see us fucking scream and yell, and then at the end of the night, she's like, "Are you fucking hungry?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fucking hungry."
Yeah.
You know, you
Yeah.
gonna make something? No.
Yeah.
I'm fucking delivering. Thanks. All right, you're not gonna kiss me goodnight? Fuck off. All right. So that's our relationship in a nutshell. But listen, we're fucking decent parents. We make shit happen.
Dude, listen.
She changed her
Being married-
costume. She changed her costume 1,000 times, and she ended up being fucking Selena. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a Latin woman. Thanks. We get it.
Dude, I'll tell you right now. Like, for the people at home who might not be married, being married is fucking hard. Being married with kids, very hard.
Yeah.
Being married with kids and then being a person who's like, hey, I want to do all these different things.
You gotta kind of put, and I don't mean this as like you gotta put a mask on. I don't think that's the right word, but I think you gotta put it like a fucking. Everyone's listening. If you are married, you gotta like fucking. You gotta deal with it. It is what it is. You gotta roll with the changes. REO Speedwagon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just fucking. You gotta
Yeah.
do what you gotta do. Nobody. I just left a fucking chair competition for my oldest. Right. Not one father wants to be in a chair competition. Not one. But you have to support your daughter. There is nothing worse than a fucking chair competition. Nothing. Fucking nothing. Nothing. And now they make it fucking the most difficult way to fucking judge and everything else. By the way, my daughter's team, first place today. Going to fucking.
Love it. Let's
they
go.
got-
Let's go.
They got. I know nothing about how they judge cheering.
Yep.
Zero. I know dick all about how they judge it. They fucking murdered this dance routine. And they got, out of 10 points, they got a 6.8. I'm ready to fight old women. Dude, they have two boys on the team that are fucking phenomenal, right? They looked like fucking, I don't know, Ozone and fucking
Ozone.
Turbo and Ozone, dude. They were fucking unbelievable. Unbelievable. And they got a 6.8. And I said to my daughter, I goes, Yana, how the fuck did you guys get 6.8? And you know what her answer was to what they gave them? It was too difficult of a routine. Yeah, are you shitting me? That's why you give them an 11 out of 10.
Exactly.
You fucking old white piece of dog shit.
Dude, that is bullshit.
You got to see this routine, dude. I can't post it because
I
like
can't wait to do this routine. Me and you.
it was unbelievable. They killed it, dude. They really did. They really did. So I got to go to fucking Springfield, Mass, November something. It's a Sunday.
That sounds horrible.
It's awful. Which means I have to rent a hotel and get my gun license.
Dude, all right. Let me ask you a question
So-
right now. This is a little. The party was great. We had a blast.
Yep.
We wrapped it up. The shishito peppers.
Oh my God.
are
I'm still
fucking-
burping them up.
It's unbelievable. Somebody asked me last night. They're like, "Oh, somebody proposed, like I said earlier, like a semi-famous person to be on the show, right?" I'm not gonna say who they are, but I do like the lunch pail guys. But here's my question: If you give me a top 5, like I have not asked you this question. This is not prepared. Like top 5 guys you'd want to have on the show that you think could be on. Give me like 2. Give me 2 guys that you think could be on the show.
So were
could
they
be-
last
could-
night?
No, like famous people. Actual famous people.
Oh, famous people. Oh shit. Damn, dude. Like, are we talking content or am I being strictly selfish? I think
whatever you want.
I think content's a better because, like, obviously, my first 2 answers would be Tom and Justin, but I don't think either one of them would bring like.
So I think number
No,
one.
I lied. Justin would bring he would be a good fucking show. Justin Timberlake would be a good person for the show.
That'd be great.
Tom, I think he's who I love. I told you.
Are we talking about Tom Brady?
Yeah,
Never in this garage.
He would never be allowed here.
Dude.
He's just not gonna. Justin would come.
Justin Timberlake would be so much cooler than Tom Brady.
100%.
Tom Brady stinks.
Well, watch your mouth. Shut your
stinks.
mouth when you're talking to me.
Dude, by the way, I have to tell you this. Paul Gentile
Who came right up to me?
came right up to you.
Yeah.
He is so upset about the Royals take you took about like Royals being not a good organization.
They are a. No, I didn't say. I said they're like a minor.
All right.
They're like a minor
He-
league major league team.
He is going to be on the show soon. And the name of the show that we're going to have him on is called In Enemy Territory. Because when the kid moved here, he was just a Chiefs fan.
Yeah.
And like was here by like he didn't know anybody. And like
And by the way, when he moved here, the Chiefs were probably awful.
exactly. And then they started getting good.
Yeah.
And like when I met him, like I was like, you just see a person, you're like, this is my guy.
Yeah.
Like I said, like this kid's gonna be in my life the rest of my life.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's him. Dude, he has taken umbrage with this take on the Royals.
I know I'm right, and that's fine. I'm cool with that.
He's going to he's gonna go fucking ape shit.
Because I'm telling you,
He
right,
was sending me repeated texts over and over again.
There is nothing I know more than the fact that they're like a B-level organization.
I can't wait till he gets on here.
It has nothing to do with my opinion. I'm talking facts. Like the Red Sox could be fucking 0-80, 162. They're still gonna make quadruple whatever the fucking
Well, that's
Royals
different.
make.
That's a different.
So that's what I mean. I'm
Yeah.
not saying they're
I
fan
think
base,
the Royals are a legit organization.
but who's the fucking guy? And I'm gonna, of course,
By
because.
the way, I hate baseball. Let me just say that.
but no, all right,
Hate it. Hate it.
so it's gonna slip my mind. But the guy played for the Red Sox, got traded to the Royals, won a World
Might
Series.
as well be named Dave fucking Stevenson.
No,
I have
you have no idea who it
fucking
is.
this guy is. Yeah.
But he got a fucking Royals tattoo on his leg.
That's horrible.
What a
That's
douche.
horrible. I might get a Royals tattoo on my leg now.
No, nobody wants that. I will say I am a massive
I'm a
fan.
Royals guy.
Massive fan of the KC Royals logo with the KC in the
It's awesome.
in the fucking
Dude, it's a great logo.
fire.
Dude, the guy who the OG
doesn't deserve to be in
listen,
Kansas City.
The OG bag maker of cornhole bags, Reynolds Bags.
Yep.
Which, in my opinion, other than my guy Jason McKinnon makes fire cornhole bags, free ad. Those bags have the best logo I've ever seen. They have the fucking crown,
Yeah.
and I'm like, give me the crown. Like,
Sure.
I'm the king. This is what we're looking at right now. You look at the king. All right, so here's mine. All right,
Hold on.
for guys,
you
we
asked
have-
me a question.
So go ahead.
So you said I'm gonna give you 2.
You said Tom and Justin.
No. I said, am I giving content or do I want like my personal 2?
No, you want like.
So I think
You think selfishly. Think not
I-
selfishly.
I-
think like I want this
I'm
guy
gonna-
to be good on the show.
I'm going to think both. So Justin's number 1. I think he would be dynamite.
Be great.
And I think Justin is such like a fucking down earth guy. Like I feel like Justin's right now just like looking through his DMs like, I'll answer this person. So I feel like if we got lucky
Let me
enough,
tell you right now too. There is a crew of people that are so famous now that they would look at this and be like, look at the garage and be like,
I want,
and I'll be like, you have to piss behind the garage.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, this is gonna give me authenticity.
Yeah.
Like to be with these guys
Yeah.
right now. Yeah. It was like Good Will Hunting before Good Will Hunting was cool.
so that's my point. So I think Justin like looks through his DMs, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, he might answer one person a day. Just go like this, bang, right? So
That's
he might answer us one day.
Yeah.
You know, I went to a wedding where Kane Brown, you know, the country singer,
Yeah. He was there, right?
he wasn't there, but like they were literally front row, handed him a note and were like, will you sing at our wedding? He DM'd them and was like, I can't sing at your wedding because I'm already this place. He goes, but I'm going to do something for you. And he fucking, at the wedding, like, said, like,
That's awesome.
it was awesome.
Dude, that is so cool, dude. That's
Awesome.
fucking
It was
awesome.
fucking great.
Yeah.
So, like, I think Justin would do something like that. So he's obviously my number one. He's my
Yeah.
point guard.
Okay.
And I think he would be here for hours upon end. He probably would have came to the party last night if he got an invite.
Sure. 100%.
I don't think
I would dance you on the floor.
he would not have.
By the way, can I say this right now?
Yeah.
My fucking dancers were on point last night.
Yeah, they
Just
were.
fucking moving around
Yeah,
that
they
floor.
were. Yeah, they were.
Agile as fuck.
Yeah, they were.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I had one person coming up to me. I think it was a friend of yours who obviously I had the knee brace on because I was Lance Arbor.
Yeah.
And naturally, I am Tom Brady on the dance floor. And they were like, "You move so well with a broken leg." And I was like, "Thank you."
It's not really brilliant. Yeah. All right, who else?
Well, first off, give me your number one, and then
Okay.
because I got a few, but
I'll give you my number one. Because if I'm talking about like how I feel like plug and play,
yeah,
give me this guy all day long. Bill Burr. Bill Burr steps in here right now.
Yeah.
It's like a place has no roof on it after it's done.
and he just continuously smiles.
Dude, and you know what's funny? Andrew Fontana last night was like, you said you went on some rant, and I was like, that sounds so much like Bill Burr. I'm like, that's because Bill Burr is from here.
Yeah.
I'm like, and he is like us.
It's very.
He's like, yeah, it's very Boston based. It's like fucking dude. Bill Burr, if he was on here right now,
Yeah.
like he would fit. It would not be like
You would-
awkward. It would be like
Dude,
normal.
Hey, we're gonna have a podcast in 5 minutes. You in? Yep,
It'd be
I'm in.
normal.
Yeah,
It'd be
he'd
normal.
He'd be
Yeah.
fine with it.
Oh fuck! I love that guy.
Again, thinking selfishly, I would want Griffey, but I think he's kind of like a fucking kind of a drip.
I kind of think, yeah, he probably is. See, I always think like selfishly. To your point, I think to myself like, all right, who's gonna be good?
Yeah, that's
Who's gonna be fun?
yeah. So
So I'd mostly probably lean towards comics.
right, but I'm trying to think like outside of that, I guess.
Yeah.
And I would, you know, who I think would be fucking awesome, and not so much like funny, but like I feel like Denzel Washington.
Dude, if we could, dude, you just blew my brains out of
Yeah.
the back of my head.
Well, the reason I
I
say
am such a Denzel guy.
my mother, I'll never forget this. This is a quote from my fucking mother. Bruce, I want to jump his bones. My mother
About
loved,
Denzel?
I want to jump his bones. Goes, that chocolate man is so fucking fine. What do I say to that? Right?
Dude, that was wild.
But he is, I just think he is just an incredible person. And that, like, but like,
Dude, I think he is Denzel Washington is an insane actor.
easily,
Like, there's certain
he's
people.
my second favorite. Daniel Day-Lewis is number one.
Daniel
he's my-
Day-Lewis is my guy.
He's my number one.
He's my guy.
And then it's Denzel.
My number one was,
But
and
he
and
also-
now R.I.P. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh.
Dude,
Unbelievable.
that guy was like, nobody ever was like,
Let it rain.
oh, dude.
That's me in a
I'm
hoop.
just trying to figure this guy out. You know? Dude,
That's me in a hoop court, by the way.
Dude, I love fucking Philip Seymour Hoffman. But dude, Denzel. If you were like, oh, you get Denzel, I would sell my whole family to Mexico.
Yeah,
tomorrow. Like,
he's always been like a serious actor, but like off screen, he's hilarious.
dude. I think Denzel would like us too. By the way,
He would absolutely like us.
yeah,
Do you know who his son is? You ever see the show
Yeah.
Ballers?
yeah,
He's
Yeah.
the man.
yeah.
He's the man.
But he's no Denzel.
he's not the.
I mean, but like nobody's Denzel.
no.
It's like somebody said the other day. It was actually a Kirk Minahan show. He's like, "Oh, what do we think? Like Zappy comes in, he's gonna be the next Brady." It's like, dude, don't be dumb. Like it's
Yeah.
like
Stop comparing-
Neither of these guys are gonna be him. You know what I
Apples
mean?
or
Like,
oranges. Like,
yeah,
stop.
yeah,
Stop.
yeah. So I would go. I love the Denzel pick.
Yeah.
I love the Bill Burr pick for me. I mean, Bill Burr, Tom Segura, like give me like mainline that in my body.
Dude, he's
The
like,
fucking hold my
he's
pocket.
hilarious.
Tommy, I've showed Tommy has asked my son 10 times. Show me the hold my pocket again. Hold my pocket. Like nobody's ever done.
You have a bikes.
Nobody's ever done a better like impression of a black jail person as a white person.
He has the greatest black impression as a white fella.
Yes, I
And that-
agree.
He's so good.
And by the way,
he's
I love that I feel like the world is kicking back on this because it's like I said about Dr. Patel. It's like that's how that guy sounded when Tom Segura imitates a black guy. That's how the guy sounded.
Yeah.
When Dave Chappelle imitates a white guy, he sounded like that.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like become like this thing where it's like, oh, you can't do that. It's like, why not? That's how he sounded.
Yeah, you can.
Like,
I'll fight that to the death.
100% because I'll tell you right now, like if I could do an impression of you,
Right.
I would do it.
yeah,
But, like,
most people do, and they just throw wood chippers at.
yeah, that's
fucking-
what I did last week. I had no voice. I was like, dude, all I gotta say is this too, by the way. IA membership is in hand.
Sure is.
Look at this. Fucking card. Hey, YouTube, look at that. 0186. That's how you get it.
The amount of love we got last night from like your friends to me and my friends to you,
Yes.
not one fucking problem.
Can I say this too? I was always like we talked about this. We got on this a little bit earlier. I was definitely a little concerned too. Like I was thinking like to myself a little bit. Like I was like in the back of my head, I'm like,
It happens.
something goes sideways.
It happens.
Somebody bumps into Josh the Iron Worker. Somebody bumps into Buggy.
Yeah.
And they're badass. It's like that could happen.
They
Dude,
just
people came into that place. Everything was love.
it was the best.
It was all.
It was the best.
Fucking positive.
Yeah, it was a
like,
great time. And again, you've thrown parties before when this fights happen. I've
Oh,
definitely.
100%.
So it just shit hits the fan.
Also, by the way, the best was at the beginning of the party, your niece and like her crew comes in. I go to Maggie. I think these people are crashing the party. And I watch you walk over. You're like, hey, what's up? They were 21, obviously, but like
No,
they,
today is her 26.
they look like they were 5
Yeah.
years old to me. Like I'm like, Jesus Christ, these kids are so small.
Yeah, they were young. They were young, but they weren't.
By the way, your niece has your dad's Keno numbers.
I told you
tattooed on
that.
it, but I was.
Say a more fucking Bostonian thing than that. My niece has my father's Keno numbers tattooed on her. And my father has those Keno numbers tattooed on his gravestone.
Yeah.
They're on his fucking gravestone.
Yeah.
So gangster.
Unfucking real.
Guy
Awesome.
Fieri would lose his mind and say the word gangster.
Gangster, man.
These are out of bounds.
Oh, man.
We had such a good time. Can't thank enough the people coming.
Dude.
The donations. And again, I'm sorry if I missed you, but like the people that I remember right off the bat, Pat Mulcairn, Erica Green, not only are you getting an episode this week, you're getting what are we on right now? Like
32?
No, but like hours wise, because it's definitely over an hour.
We're nearing 2, I think. Yeah, we're coming on about 2.
So your day is fulfilled Monday morning or tomorrow.
Yeah, and Bobby Froyo was like, I got out of the parking lot and that episode was over. I'm like, listen.
So we're making up for it, dude.
Yeah, we're making up for it.
We're here on a Saturday. I'm having.
We're giving you everything we have. We're giving you everything we have.
Did we forget anything?
I don't think so. I mean, I think like we nailed the food.
Nailed the
Bartenders were
food. Bartenders, the firemen that were real firemen, they weren't dressed up as backdraft. They came.
Me fucking up the whole firefighter
Whatever,
situation.
shit happens, dude. CJ the DJ. Smitty, who fucking did a 50-50.
Nailed it. See, Smitty's the guy who, like, when Josh nailed his eye off
He's
the
the
thing,
one that said,
he
"Oh,
goes,
man."
oh my God. He
So
goes, the best was that does crack me up.
Smitty
I'm
runs
glad
a-
I was in a place that gives you second chances.
Smitty runs a $10,000 drawing every year, and when the time to come to pay, and I mean this with all the love in my heart because he's the best human, he does this out of like he had no reason to be there last night.
Yeah. No, he just did it for you.
He just did it.
Yeah, yeah.
He's the type of guy, big movie people out there, Goodfellas. He's like Maury. Hey, I need my money. I need my money. So like when it's like down to the month, it doesn't have to be necessarily a day, but he is such a harassing fucking human, and you just want to wring his neck. But like I get it, dude. It's a $10,000 drawing. So if you don't have $10,000 to give somebody, you look like an asshole.
Yeah.
And he put every year he's done it since I've known him. But like when it's down to like the last 2 weeks, if you didn't pay him, you're getting a phone call, homing pigeon, fucking UPS is coming to your door saying, "Hey, Smitty wants to talk to you." He's fucking outrageous. But and then like he does it with a smile on his face. Like,
Yeah.
the guy, he was there last night with his grandson. It was just fucking. It was a
Dude, I love the guy, first of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, the only person I was wishing that would be there,
Yeah.
who I think we've talked about once on this podcast, maybe, is the guy who's lives next to MC, who's a huge.
I can't believe he wasn't there.
Batman.
Yeah, Chris. He's
Yeah,
gonna. We have to get him on here because he has.
Dude.
He could fill 2 hours worth.
That
of,
guy is my guy.
We're gonna get him on it because he's not real either.
No, he's not real.
He's not real. And people that know him, like I know you. You just know the cover.
Yeah, I just met him.
You don't know like about Chris. Like Chris is out of this world.
So backstory is he's a janitor at MC, right?
That's like his like retirement job.
It's a retirement job. Yeah.
So this dude's a pretty good friend of mine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but he's fucking 60
Yeah.
or approaching 60.
That's why this is the thing I like about you too, by the way. I also have friends that are like,
Oh, I don't give a fuck. I don't
care
give a
how
fuck.
old you are.
I don't give a fuck.
You're cool.
You're cool.
I don't
You're
give a
cool.
20.
I don't get. You're
Like,
cool.
20,
You're cool.
80.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
you're cool. You're cool.
Yeah.
You know, Chris is a character. I really do want to have like an episode with just him.
Yeah, you know what? We probably shouldn't ruin it.
I don't
Yeah.
want to ruin it. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I know Chris. There is 0.0 chance we can get him here at night without him being completely annihilated.
So we're gonna do an afternoon.
we'd have to.
Yeah,
We'd
and then
have
go
to.
to 6 to 1.
That's fine.
Yeah,
We can make like an afternoon out of it.
we'll do a Saturday. I think
the minute the sun goes down, he starts speaking fucking Japanese. Like he just. And listen, I respect it because that's what he does. You know,
Yeah.
he is what he is. The guy is a fucking genius. He's a veteran. He was in the Navy for fucking 8 years or whatever. It is what it is. That's his character now.
Yeah.
But when you hear this guy's fucking, if you ever walking to his house
Yeah,
or ever talk to him, he's a complete lunatic.
he is a lunatic. I've met him. Yeah,
Like, so we have so many. So now we're on episode what? You said 32?
32, I think.
All right. We're creeping up on fucking
We're
some
getting there.
shit, dude.
By the way, I have to also say, my buddy Fred, who was there last night, who is bald,
Yeah.
was wearing, and I didn't know what he was coming as. I wasn't sure he was coming. Showed up with his wife, Erin, who's a smashing woman. Love her. Kid's got a full Johnny Lawrence going.
Yeah.
You see him?
Yes.
And I walked over and I go, Fred, I hate to tell you this. He goes, what? I go, you kind of look like a stud with hair. And he's like, why do you think I chose this costume?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, if you're in a full deck, I'm like, you might be like a movie star.
Yeah.
Like Fred Good looked like a fucking movie star.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, he was, first off, is he 7 feet tall?
he's pretty tall. He's like 6'3" or something like that. Yeah, he's tall.
That was one thing. I was like, that's the tallest Johnny Lawrence I've ever seen in my life. But real quick, so I told you about my coaches that came late.
Oh, yeah.
But-
Brooklyn.
The two Tango brothers who also coach at me, Avery and Trevor,
Yeah.
they came as Ultimate Warrior.
19 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unreal. 2 years older than my daughter.
Yeah. He came as Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man and their parents. No, so there is a third brother. Devin didn't come. Devin's my dog.
Their parents are great looking people, by the way.
Listen, that's what I was getting at. So everyone,
Was Avery's wedding, is he married?
yes, I went
He's
to,
the one that you came here afterwards.
yes,
Yes.
yes. And you guys were not sober.
No. Not here.
Yes.
No, you and Chrissy came.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So that was Avery's wedding. So Avery and Trevor and Devin's parents. So there's 3 boys. Devin wasn't there last night. Their parents, first off, the coolest people on earth. They come to everything, everything. They're the epitome of what you want your family to be. They do everything together. They went pumpkin carving. They do the fucking apple picking.
Yeah.
And they're adult boys. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
fucking, they're just, wicked cool people. So obviously, as a boy or a man, you break your friend's balls and say, "Wow, man, you have a really hot mom."
Yeah. By the way, I'm so psyched that my mother was an okay looking woman, but she was not like a
My mother looked like she was an inmate. Like,
dude.
she'd just beat your face in.
My mother was a good-looking lady, but like not like a hot woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
back then, I don't think they made hot women like out of magazines.
I know they didn't.
Yeah.
But everyone breaks the Tango's balls because they have an attractive mother, right?
I
Here's
look like an inmate.
yeah, my no, it's just, my, so it's
Christ.
yeah, just Virginia Slims and fucking the lowest of the low bottle of booze next to her. But my mother, you only get one mother. That was
Yeah.
her favorite quote. You can have 1,000 fathers, you only get one mother.
Yeah.
So everyone breaks his balls because he has an attractive mom.
Yeah.
However, Danny Gillis, who will not go down that road, I hit on his father. You ever see his dude? His father's gorgeous.
The guy who's dressed up as Vince?
Oh, they were dressed up as Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Unreal.
If you stare into Mark Tango's eyes, you lose.
you lose your mind.
Dude, he's gorgeous. He's absolutely good. And I made this known for years.
Dude, I think he's like my age.
He's the dude. They are the and that's the thing. They were young parents.
Yeah.
And they're the fucking coolest parents.
Yeah.
Mark Tango might be the most attractive human ever.
Dude.
Ever.
You know what's funny too? I want to say this now because I was texting my buddy about this, like where I talked about earlier. Like my buddy Buggy's girlfriend came with her roller skates. I'm like, "Whoa, man, Jesus!" She's 50 years old,
Yeah.
right? And my buddy's like, "Isn't that crazy that we're attracted to like 50-year-old women?" I'm like, you know what? I'm not attracted to. Like, I honestly am not like 20-year-old women. I'm like, it's not for me.
Yeah.
Fucking those are children.
Yeah.
Give me some seasoned fucking women. Yeah, you know what I mean? Give me some beautiful fucking women.
You know what I will say, and I'm very thankful for? Like, I was the youngest. So, like, my mother, she was born in 1948.
Yeah.
50-year-olds, I was 10. They were not attractive. They sounded like me. They sounded like the twins in The Simpsons. They were just fucking, yeah. Hey, what's up? How are you, honey? How's everything? Ripping smokes, fucking just eating deviled eggs, you know,
Dude.
like just awful fucking, and they were just barflies. That's what I remember them as.
Yeah.
50-year-old women now, they're jogging the lake. The
I
lake
know.
felt like,
Yeah, it's totally different, dude. I remember going
they're
like,
getting financiers.
dude, my buddy,
They're-
my best friend who, like I said earlier in their episode, like who passed away last year, Mike Chafe, his mom, like him, his mom and his aunt, it's just, we would go to their house and they would crank butts, like in the kitchen, right? And by the way, nothing wrong with it. And
Yeah.
I loved it. I was like, this is like, feels like home to me. Like, you know what I mean? But, like, they weren't like, being like, you know what we should do? Let's do P90X. They were like, let's crank a fucking pack right now.
50-year-old women right now.
Coffee, just crank it.
They're just like, they're an attractive group of women.
Dude.
And by the way, let the grays show.
Hey,
You're a seasoned vet.
dude, I'll tell you right now, let it show. I agree with you. Martha Stewart, you see that fucking?
She's 81. Give me all of
Give
Martha.
me the gas. Give me the
all
gas.
of Martha.
Yeah.
Hey.
She might be my next get for this fucking show.
Dude, she's a smoke.
By the way, I love that we're like, we'll get Denzel, maybe Bill Burr. It's like we're gonna have next week we'll have Matt Fitzmaurice and Jonathan Clark. They both, yeah, they both work union jobs.
Yeah.
They're nice guys, you know. By the way, got rave reviews on those guys.
Yeah.
From a lot of people. Yeah.
Dude.
Clarky's might be my favorite person I've ever met who like I'm not like super close with.
So I'm a big voice guy. Clark's
Yes.
got a great voice.
Oh,
Like Fitzy has, we've talked about Fitzy's voice.
Oh, yeah.
But Clarky has a voice of like, he's going to sell you tickets at Fenway.
oh, dude, Clark
Buy
is
and
like,
selling.
dude, people, they've been like, you know, it's like, here's the difference. Jumptown puts himself out there. We like recognize that he's
Yeah.
a fucking gem, right?
We were like, all right, so when Jumptown becomes a millionaire,
We were early on that. We bought stock early.
we are Usher that just found Justin Bieber.
We were,
Because you
yeah.
knew that, right?
Yeah,
Usher
we were
found
Dr.
Justin
Dre when he found Eminem.
Bieber. Absolutely.
That's what we were.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we want, by the way, Jump, we want residuals. On this.
Yeah,
By
so
the
we
way,
wanna be
Rick-
part-
can I say
we
that
wanna be
again?
part of the
Can I say that
fucking-
again? Residuals. Residuals.
We want to be part of the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah, dude, Jumptown might be the most authentic thing in the world.
Imagine Jumptown at halftime.
Dude, I am, dude.
It's your boy
I
Adam
didn't
Jump
play- dude, there's a
Jumptown.
place-
Listen, the Detroit Lions are
Let me
playing the
tell you-
Cleveland Browns.
Let me tell you something right now. Jumptown, okay? Detroit Lions are down 27-10, but I'm gonna smoke a joint right now.
But here's the
okay?
thing: we got sausages in the building.
Dude, nobody else was like, people were like, this guy sucks. I'm like, this guy's a star.
He's
He's a
unbelievable.
fucking star.
Unbelievable.
A fucking star. He might be third chair on the show. What do you know? You know what I mean? He's definitely coming on again soon.
Oh,
100%.
we said a couple weeks. Dude.
Dude, there are people that like you meet that you like I said, like me and you are very similar in the fact that like I put a lot of like content out there and like if you whatever, you like it, you don't, whatever.
Yeah, piss up a rope.
Exactly. But like I also like content. Like so that's why like when I see Jump Town, I'm like, give me this guy. Like
The
give me this
guy wakes up with a smile. How
Dude!
do you hate that?
He's like, I love what I'm doing every day.
Every
I'm
day.
like, give
He
me
told
this.
us.
Give me
He
this.
He quit his fucking job to do what he's doing now.
Making 95 grand a year. Who gives a fuck? I don't know. Not me. Not Jump Town. All right? Not Jump Town.
Pretty good. Talks in third person. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
it.
Jump Town don't care, okay? All right, that's the thing. Got sausages here. Dude, we got to get a Denali food truck party going.
I know. Oh, by the way.
All right. So here's my,
By the way-
last thing. Go ahead.
No, so
Now here you go.
CJ the DJ wanted us to do like 8 a.m. I was 8:30 I woke up. I went to the store, grabbed coffee, blah blah blah. CJ the DJ texts me immediately. Great time, love you. Eating fucking the rest of my food that I
Just
have.
peppers.
And then he's like, let's have a Christmas party. Sleep on it. So I can't, we already said we're not doing a Christmas party.
Nope. Not this year.
We're going to be somewhere around Christmas, and we'll tell you about that later. But,
Yep.
dude, for the mere fact that our DJ was like, we need one like ASAP, we did something right. Right?
Agreed. So here's what I'm thinking.
We,
All right.
we definitely had over what we sold for tickets last night in the building, for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking a St. Patty's Day party,
Yeah.
not a St. Patty's Day weekend.
Right.
Because
Like-
I'm in Vegas, St. Patty's Day weekend.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, you want to go?
Yeah. I know you told me that. You're going for, yeah.
It's me, Buggy, and Gentile. You want to go?
I know.
Dude, that would be epic.
I
You
know.
should come.
I know.
We could do we could do a podcast with there.
That'd be right on the strip.
Let's talk some shit.
We'll try it out.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
I mean, listen, we could do a podcast there, right? We
Yeah.
could both ruin our lives
Yeah.
while we're out there.
Yeah.
Be positive too.
We could also.
But no, I'm thinking like maybe a fucking one of those. Maybe do a fucking little St. Pat's not on St. Pat's. What do you think?
all right. Yeah. I mean, that's something to
Or do we just be like, you know
table
what?
that.
We just hang on fucking. We're just going hard on Halloween every year.
I mean, Halloween's our thing. I think.
100%.
Sure.
100%.
Here's the other thing. Here, by the way, we talked very highly about last night. There was a couple stragglers that didn't wear a costume.
Weak.
Get bent.
Yeah.
All right.
Weak.
You can't dress up for a couple fucking hours. You can't grab.
You're a fucking
mascara.
loser.
You can't do something. Come on.
By the way, I'm talking to you, Brian Merrick. I'm talking to you, Tim Powell. Like you dressed as yourselves.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I'll call you the fuck. By the
It's
way,
a
I
Halloween
appreciate
party.
you coming. Okay. You retained your lifetime membership to this bar by buying your tickets, but your outfits were fucking shit.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage. And you they weren't the only two.
Dude, I called them out right away. I'm like, what are you wearing right now?
Yeah.
What is
It's like,
happening right now?
Oh, I don't do Halloween. Fuck off.
By the way, can we talk about something real quick? I mean, this is gonna be a 9-hour episode.
Whatever.
So when I was a kid, right, my favorite books ever in the world, Spencer for Hire. It was written by a guy from around here. For the people who are younger, great crime novels. Like it was like Dennis Lehane before Dennis Lehane was around. Basically.
When Chris comes on the show, he'll
Who?
rock
Chris
your
who?
dick loose. Chris Morrow.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
will rock your dick loose
Yeah.
on books.
Dude, he'll know all these, right?
He will rock your dick loose.
Dude, but anyway, so when I went to college, I always scheduled my days early, right? Everybody did the opposite of me.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted like late classes because they want to sleep in. I'm like, no, I want to get it over with. Give me my classes, then let me fucking have my day,
Yeah.
right? So anyways, at 9 a.m. every day, Spencer for Hire would come back on.
Yeah.
The reruns of like the whatever. Spencer for Hire was these great books written by a guy from around here, crime novels, starred,
Real quick, who is Mitch Rapp?
I don't know who that is.
That's like a character in a main book. Like he has a series of novels. That's what Chris writes his name in for like pools and shit.
Okay, I don't know that.
Sorry.
But anyway, so it revolves around a guy who's supposed to be like a kind of a bruiser from around here, but he's like a turned private eye from a cop. He's a white guy, and then he's got like a buddy. This guy Hawk. This guy Hawk's a black guy.
Spencer Confidential.
Yes, but yeah, exactly. So, anyways, so I decided, like, I'm like,
Oh, we talked about this. You didn't want to watch it because of Mark Wahlberg.
exactly. So, anyways,
I
after
fucking
we
love-
had that conversation, I told my dad, I'm like, I bought the whole dude, I bought it all on Amazon Prime,
Yeah.
like the entire series. It's
Yeah.
3, whatever. So,
I actually fucking love
dude,
the movie.
it is a really cool series. Like, whatever, you're gonna watch it because it sucks, kind of, but like, it's all filmed in Boston. It's all cool, but like the first episode, the guy Hawk, who's like ends up being his like they're like partners, guy.
Liaison. Yeah.
Yeah. First episode, this white guy's like employing Hawk, drops a hard N bomb on him, right? Calls him an N bomb. And I'm like, I text my old man, I'm like, dude, some guy dropping N bomb on Hawk. And he goes, that was network TV, like back in like 85. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like,
Jesus
dude,
Christ.
how fucking crazy is that? You know what I mean?
Insane.
Like, it was like, oh yeah, gee, let's write this into the fucking story. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ, dude. But hey, big Spencer High. If I could get Robbie Urich back from the dead, who played Spencer in those, I would take him. I would take him.
You take him over
Okay.
Mark?
I hate Mark Wahlberg more than I hate, like, there's not many people that I hate more than Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, Mikey Joyce would love you for that because
Dude, I hate, when I tell you I hate him,
yeah.
like, if he walked in and was like, I'll do this podcast, and I knew, I'll
We're
tell
all
you right now.
set.
No, if you told me the future, if you were like, hey, if you looked at me like, dude, we do this podcast, we're going to be rich and famous, right? But if we don't do it, nothing's going to happen for us ever. I would fucking gun a fucking beer off Mark Wahlberg's head. I hate that guy so much. A fucking phony piece of fucking shit. Fuck you.
Fraud.
Yeah, dude, he's the ultimate. Wait, we're going to do a frauds episode.
We do. We're
We're so
due.
overdue on
We're
a Frauds
due.
episode.
We are due.
Yeah, we are so overdue.
Hey, by the way, you people that don't dress up for Halloween parties, fraud.
frauds! Frauds! All
Fucking
right.
clown shoes.
What do you think? It's probably 2 hours.
Are we
right?
over 2 hours? We gotta
It's
be.
got to be something like that, yeah. Schindler's List of all episodes. Here we go.
Fucking Roots.
No, no Jews were killed during this. You know what I mean? But like, other than that, like it was like
No
the
slaves
Schindler's
were
List.
whipped.
Yeah, no slaves were whipped. Yeah. Anyways, we'll be back next. Dude, this is what happens. Now
Yeah.
I'm kind of half drunk.
Oh, baby.
We'll be back next week.
Listen, what an episode. What a weekend. And again, we can't thank you enough. Everyone that came, everyone that donated. CJ the DJ, Chris Parsons, Bartenders, Billy Nolan, Howie McBride, Billy Hott, thank you. Sorry that we set off the fucking fire alarms. Irish American, I love you.
I'm a member.
Member. Took an oath.
Dude, that was like, I was kind of worried. I'll just say this real quick. Like when Pesci's getting like patched in, then he gets a bullet through the back of the brain. I was like, when I got the card, I'm like, this is where they put the bullet through the back of my head. But anyways,
What a fucking weekend. Great time. And we are going to table the St. Patrick's Day or weekend event, but we got something in the works. We're also going to do a live episode at Lily P's, I thought. Did
Yeah.
you
You know what?
find out?
Here's the thing. Here's the
Oh,
thing.
yeah. Hold
We're
on.
not-
We're not saying goodbye just yet.
we're not doing the St. Patty's Day yet.
No. We got to work on a live episode at Lily P's.
We're doing a live episode of Lily
Second.
Peace. People asked about this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna have shishito peppers. Like I'm gonna be like a bukkake video. Like they're gonna be all in my face. Like it's gonna be like
I'm going to be throwing them around like dollar bills at fucking the Squire.
me and Danny just throwing shishito peppers
They're
at people.
fucking phenomenal.
Yes. What do you think? December. I think we could do that.
Yeah, so we got to figure out like a good day game. Pats Sunday. We do a
By
live
the way, I
episode.
looked at it. The schedule sucks now.
Yeah, because we have like
It's all
two.
like 8:20s.
Yeah,
and
we got like 2 Thursday night games.
yeah.
That's a Gaylord fucking episode.
So
That's
maybe we
some
do
dumb shit.
maybe we do an ND. Bobby Froyo and full
I got,
attendance.
I got no beef with a fucking Saturday day. Fucking,
Yeah,
I'm
I
cool
think
with
we do that. I think we do a Saturday day ND game.
Okay,
Bobby Froyo in your ear,
screaming at me.
ruining you.
Yeah. We could do that. So we'll do a Saturday. We'll figure it out. We'll put it out there. And listen, the first time we did this, like live episode, thank God that we had fucking our friends there. But let's jam the fucking place.
Yeah, let's fucking jam it.
We've been talking
Yeah.
about Lily P's for the last fucking 6 months. Go fucking see it for yourself.
Listen, on the Kirk Minahan show,
Go see it
which
for
I listen to
yourself.
all the time. Milton's, the store for fucking men. All right, he promotes it. When I went to Milton's to get a shirt, I go, I'm a Kirk Minahan fan. That's a fact. The guy was like, oh, cool. When you go to Lily P's and you eat, you say, hey, I'm a fucking corker. All right, I'm a fucking
yeah.
pulling the cork guy.
Fucking right.
Or girl. We have more girl listeners to the show probably than men.
Yeah.
We are diverse as fuck.
We listen. We're gonna make this thing happen. We need everyone to and listen. Parking in fucking Cambridge sucks massive cock.
You can get validated at Lily P's.
How about that?
You don't have to pay for your parking.
How about that?
Park in the garage behind there, you don't pay.
Look at that.
Done. All right, here's the, by the way,
Executive Chef Chris Parsons cares about you.
that's a fact. We're delivering the goods. I'm going there on Tuesday. I'm starting like an intro to bluegrass night with Parsons. Me and Parsons are like starting like a class on like how to play
Chris
bluegrass.
Mohan might lose his mind right now.
Dude, I'll tell you right now, here's the thing. I am gonna circumvent everybody within like 2 weeks of that thing and murder them.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I was just learning these two chords. I'm like, oh, were you? Murdered in your sleep. I'll be rolling within that fucking scene.
So that's our next movement. So if you didn't make it to the party last night, if you made it to the party last night, we're gonna do a live show at Lily P's. The place is fucking gorgeous.
Dynamite.
We already talked about the food. You guys can shit on me because Notre Dame's obviously playing in like the Bunker Hill Bowl this year. So whatever, but fuck off.
All right, hey, thanks to everybody who donated.
Yes.
Thanks to Danny Baker, by the way. Best head of fucking hair.
Great name.
By the way, I know you're listening. My father's always like, Danny Baker's loves listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
Danny Baker, when
Give me
that
a hug,
hair
dude.
finally turns gray.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if that's going to happen, but when it turns gray, I want to have the first gray hair, like, well, mount it in this bar, for Christ's sakes. What a head of fuck. What a deck of lettuce.
I love calling hair lettuce. I
Dude,
think it's
I
hilarious.
also
think
love-
it's hilarious.
I love guys named
Nice
Danny.
cabbage up there.
I love the guys named Danny that are only called by their full name. Danny Gillis, Danny Baker.
I'm a big everyone's always only called me by my fucking full name.
Danny Baker donated money,
Yeah.
exceeding his ticket. Tons of people did. We
Yeah,
just said it.
we
My
just-
buddy
we
Mike
said them
Murph,
all.
dude. I'll tell you right now, we are over. The reason this episode is so long, we're having so much fun.
Who
We're
cares?
like,
Yeah, everyone's so happy.
yeah, me and
You would think we're on like fucking happy pills.
yeah, yeah, exactly, yeah. We are not. We're just on Miller Lite.
We are just fucking. And by the way, Miller Lite's the worst beer of all. But we are here.
Well,
drinking.
you're drinking Coors Light.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, you're drinking Coors
I
Light.
knew that.
I thought about swapping out a keg on you one time.
I know. I knew that was cool.
I'm too much of a nice guy, though.
Yeah,
All right, so here's the thing. We donated a lot of money to a person who needed it. You guys helped out more
bawled
than...
his eyes out.
Balled his eyes out.
Listen to me. I have a very, very, very soft spot for single fathers.
Yes.
They don't get enough credit.
I agree with you. I totally agree.
They don't
with
get enough credit. So when
you. Who has full custody of a daughter?
he has full custody, he's had full custody of his daughter for a long time. Guy busts his balls. You know what I mean? He's a bartender. He's down at the porch on what the fuck you call it there, the Riverway there, whatever the fuck it is. Between Malden and Medford, there's a bar like next to the apartments. It's called the Porch. It's all country shit. It's actually a great fucking bar. They have live music and shit there. He's there. Tim Kelly, tell him that you fucking heard from us or whatever. The guy's the man. You'll hear him before you see him. Because like I told you, he's got a raspy voice than I do. But it all went to him. He has a teenage daughter. I know the first thing about being a father with a teenage daughter. It is not an easy task. And
me too.
I'm very, very thankful that I have another person to help me out with it. Being a single dad doing it, couldn't even fucking fathom
Can't
it.
even imagine.
Couldn't fathom it.
Can't imagine it.
So listen, the money that you guys donated, came, partied with, it all went to him. And what better way to fucking pay it forward? Just keep it going, dude. Like I said, if you can, donate.
Exactly.
Anything except those fucking gypsies in fucking Wellington Circle with their kids on the fucking side of the road. They can fuck right off.
And I'll tell you what, it is selfish because it is a fact that like helping somebody out makes you feel good.
It's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
We are
So-
how happy are we
hey,
right now?
I'm happy to be selfish right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fuck it.
So everything that you guys donated beyond what it cost us to throw the party all went to him.
$0 pulling the corks up.
Yeah. Me and Danny, by the way, update. Me and Danny.
Negative.
Danny Gillis, Brendan Hearn, still broke. Still broke as fuck. All right. Hey, we'll be back next week. Thank you guys for coming to the party.
Happy Halloween, boys and girls.